flip on over and say hello, Twitch, and anyone potentially viewing us. I see we have 2 viewers currently. Which of you 2 are watching the stream right now?
I'm not.
I am.
I think Brock is one of
them. I cannot afford to watch the stream as my bandwidth is stretched as it is. Because this hotel has 0 hardwire ports to plug your computer into. It is wireless only.
I experienced that recently. I mean, it was just maddening. Just maddening.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, Brock.
So yeah, disclaimer. Going to be disconnecting and going to be fucking up the layout.
I told you not to worry about it.
Guess what? I'm a worry warts. Hey,
Jay.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Stop worrying.
Oh, okay. Cool. Gotcha. Will do.
There you go. That's all he needed.
That was it. I'm good.
That was your pep talk.
Awesome. Okay, guys, let's not sit around for too terribly long. Let's go ahead and kick this show off. This is still kind of a new thing, so again, gonna be technical difficulties. I'm sure we're still getting into the swing of things. No big deal. We're just here to play some D&D and have some fun. Don't forget, typing is loud.
You're typing is loud. I was sending sweet nothings to my Secret Santa.
Your Secret Santa? Okay,
so,
gotcha.
Brock?
Brock? Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so thanks to anybody who's watching, aka Brock, and maybe anybody in the future.
Broccoli!
So, let's go ahead and get things started. This is session 2 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Let's kick things off with a little bit of a recap of the previous session, shall we? Let me actually put on my Martrium.
You have recap music? Do that recap.
There we go. Alright. Our party...
Kind of a Resident Evil vibe.
Yeah, a little bit. Our party found themselves standing before 4 of the lords of Waterdeep in Pirgaron's palace. There they were told a tale of the evil and madness of the dungeon known as Undermountain and its mad ruler Halaster Blackcloak. A little over a month ago, during high harvest tide, this madness had rippled up into the city. Laeral Silverhand, Vajra Safar, Jareth Falcon, and Mert the Moneylender charged the party with delving into Undermountain in order to find the source of the shade and madness, to put a stop to it. So our new band of adventurers found themselves together, traveling to the Yawning Portal, where they met friends, acquaintances, and complete strangers, all of which, now that the party planned to venture into Undermountain, seemed to have a task ready for the party to perform. And then they descended below, to the darkened tunnels. They found ruin and cryptic messages waiting for them. A long hall filled with carvings of demons, a forest of pillars, at which hid a pair of bugbears. When slain, unleashed intellect devourers, and one of these creatures was able to stun Matt, putting a halt to the party's forward momentum temporarily. But after a bit of a rest, and Matt back on his feet, the party pressed forward, turning northward and finding a glowing sword plunged into the body of a wooden armor stand. And Ashes took the sword in hand, and found that he could not get rid of it. So cursed, the party continued, turning east at a fork and finding a locked door, and on the other side...
Barely 100 feet into the dungeon.
On the other side, let's just go ahead and kick it over there, shall we? And we'll show what they see.
Was it even 100?
On the other side.
I think by the time we got to the sword, we were 100 feet in.
We were more than 100. 200 and 150.
Drinking Batman. I don't know how to respond to that. Alright, so, Ashes, Matt, Bones, and Ezra. Ashes has just kicked open a door. There's a loud clatter, right? The door does not fly off its hinges. It is a heavy, solid stone door.
Kicked open the clearly unlocked door.
But yeah, kicked open the clearly unlocked door. The shade that is getting thrown. Kicks open the door, and on the other side, you see a cluster of individuals dressed.
Is that what a group of vampires is called?
A coterie, I believe,
A coterie
dressed
of
in
vampires?
refined clothing, sunken, sallow cheeks, pale skin, and at this invasion, right? They seem taken aback, and several of them visibly recoil, hiss, and their hands reach for weapons. You see blades strapped at their side. Ashes, roll me an intimidation.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna scare. Oh, they're about to be intimidated. They're gonna lay down their arms. It's gonna be great. Hold on, I've got a
screen yet.
Say what?
Should we be at a different screen?
You should. I just have not moved you there.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. I moved the stream there, but not you guys.
And
Like I said,
froze.
we're getting used to things.
Are we?
I think it was perfectly fine. I just wanted to check.
Okay.
Oh, this map again. God damn it.
Oh, what? This map again? Like we were gonna
It's
do a
so
different one?
Big. I have to find where we are.
It is
instead of-
massive,
Oh,
and hey,
baby.
I'm gonna cue you in on something. Every single one of these 23 levels of this dungeon are huge. Welcome to
That's what
Undermountain, boys.
what
All right,
she said.
with that 12, you hear one of these individuals in the back actually, like, as several of them like recoil and hiss, right? One of them yelps.
Wow, really?
And you see, almost immediately, right? You see stepping forward another individual, a larger individual, right? With more refined clothing than the others. But this one has a much darker complexion than the others do. And a little bit of a beard growing out and very curly dark hair. And his hands like swing out to the side, to either side of him, and he's looking at you, right? And he says, "Hold, stow your weapons, you strangers." He straightens just barely, right? And you see him kind of like take his vest. He's got this kind of like vest off, and he straightens it just a bit. And he strides out kind of in front of this other individual, and he kind of like looks at you, and he can see a little bit of each of you from where he's standing, right? As you guys are all kind of like in this this bottlenecked scenario looking through the doorway, he kind of like cranes and looks around, and he says, "You find yourselves in the presence of Uktarl Cranach and the Undertakers. You are in our territory now. But I am willing to forgive your transgressions. Who are you? Why are you here?"
Helps if I'm not muted.
You hear this little squeak from the back, right? Ezra all the way in the back. It's like,
Yeah, we push Ezra forward into the room.
just like pick him up and wave surf him to the front.
Apologies, Lord. Sorry about our compatriot. He has a tendency to bust into places unannounced. We've
You
talked about this, Ashes.
Come forward. Do not speak to me from the shadows.
What the hell?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yes. And he kind of, like, you see, as you step forward kind of into the doorway, you see him smile, and he visibly goes,
I bow without taking my eyes off of him, at least trying to show some semblance of
Says,
respect.
names and your purpose.
Man flesh.
My name is Ezra. Ashes, Matt, and Bones. We have been sent down here to determine your purpose here. Individuals above have
He kind of splays his
expressed
hand
concern.
on his chest right as you say this, and he says, my purpose.
Yes, I
So something of note real quick, right? This guy introduced himself as Uktarl Cranach. Now, Cranach means nothing to any of you, but the name Uktarl might. And, well, I think enough for it to not be a big deal. Bones might not know this, right? Because he's, he's not native to this area, or he's not from anywhere nearby. Matashtai probably as well, right? But Ezra and Ashes, at least, would probably pick up on this pretty easily. The month that you all are in is actually Uktar. And it's basically November, right? But Uktar, all of the months have...
Is it... Sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but is it Uktar the 1st right now?
No, it's like the 13th or the 14th or something like that.
13th.
I'll get you.
Okay.
I'll get you an actual date. If you're keeping track on the calendar, I'll get you an actual date. But I think it's like the 13th or 14th. I don't remember what I told you guys. So Uktar, all of the names of the month have old meanings, right? They're all not common tongue words. They're all words from older civilizations that have deep-rooted meanings. The kind of like old tongue meaning for Uktar is the rotting. And Uktarl would be the rotting lord. So
it's like naming a kid Nevaeh.
So Ezra and Ashes at least would know this, right? Like they would have this knowledge in the back of their minds.
This oh shit moment, kind of.
However you wish to determine it is your choice. Right?
It's Ezra. Let's be fair.
Sure,
oh boy.
That's fair. So I want to say, before this conversation goes further, I want to say a couple of other things, right? This room that you're peering into, one, you see a number of individuals in here, but you also see these three, you see the 3 stars, right? These are 3 6-foot-tall statues that all appear to be depicting male Waterdevian nobles in archaic decorative plate armor. And there's the scent of roasted meat on the air, like someone's been cooking meat over a fire or something. And now back to the interrogation. So Uktarl has demanded this.
What kind of word is this? We're not interrogating.
So Uktarl has demanded this information from you. You have supplied names and kind of this purpose, and then he is kind of like almost in an offended manner, right? Just like, investigate me? Look into me?
Yes.
I have done nothing wrong.
There is concern
My
above.
brood and I are just... keeping the place safe and clean from all the vermin and riffraff.
You hear Bones say from the hallway, "Yeah, that's not an ominous pause."
Matt looks over to Bones.
This
guy seems
Uktaro, right, hears you from the back, and just kind of smiles, a feigned smile.
So you're saying you haven't hurt anyone?
He said he kind of like looks left and right to kind of like the rest of his group, his brood, his coterie, right? And they seem more at ease now that he has taken command of the situation, right? And he says, "We have offered safe passage to all as long as they
You doing that pause thing again?
That's another comforting pause.
to a simple toll. After all, we should be paid for our service."
Do you
That's
have
where.
the proper paperwork to take tolls in this part of the dungeon?
And
I think that's a thing, right?
who exactly the lord of this dungeon? Please direct me to him so that I may apply for the proper paperwork.
Oh, I don't know that information.
Well, in the meantime, I think I will do just fine as my own authority.
I'm new, but I don't think that's how that works.
He says, "Enough. You wish safe passage through the first level of Undermountain?"
Well, sort of. We were also tasked with ascertaining your attendance and possibly if a threat is ascertained, that they have deemed that others will be sent to handle the situation.
Oh,
Good. So if we don't
Really?
return,
he says, "You have no need to fear of me. As I said, my coterie and I keep this place safe." And he kind of like puts a finger up to his chin. He says, "Though there is another. Once my brood was larger, but my second decided that she would prefer to do things differently. Bloodier, I believe, is how she preferred it. She would be a danger, a threat to be removed. In fact, I myself would be glad to see her gone."
Do I get the vibe this dude's trying to manipulate us right now? Is he not telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Roll me an insight. Holy shit! Okay,
wow.
this is where I would love to be in person and do some weird whisper shit. But we're not gonna do that, right? We're gonna do straight up, and the rest of you fools meta this. Okay. Here's
Well,
the
You can always
things
go
you
to
know.
the collusion channel.
Yeah, no. Here's the things you know. Here's the things you know almost instinctually, Matashtai, right? This guy is offering you a deal, is what he's doing, right? Manipulation, not necessarily, right? He's basically setting up to offer you a, hey, you do this thing for me, and I'll consider anything we would normally do, right? Like he'll be like, you go take care of this for me, and you ain't got to worry about us, right? That type of situation.
Real quick, Jeremy, how many vampires total are there in this room?
How many do you see?
Well,
Well, I mean, so you from where you are, you can see the majority of them, and you could probably crane your head in on occasion. There are 9.
I'm sorry?
9.
9.
9.
9! Matashtai, actually, that brings me to the second thing of note. These aren't vampires. Like, you pick up a couple things here or there, right? You're realizing, like, the way this one stands and the way they're dressed, all way too similarly, right? Like they're using makeup to look the same, and their outfits are like coordinated, right? And whoever heard of 9 actual vampires roaming together? And what would they be doing here? And why would they be extorting money from people for safe passage? Why are they cooking meat? Why are there 2 torches hanging off of the statues, giving light in this room?
All right. As I pick these things up,
and then it just clicks in your brain.
I actually telepathically to each person say...
Okay, so here's the thing. I think you've talked about telepathy before, but I don't think you've actually used it with any of this party yet.
I think
we can definitely whisper each other on Roll20.
Ashes
would know that he can speak telepathy.
Yeah.
I demonstrated it to Ashes when we met at the Yawning Portal. So I'll actually message him first through his mind.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of whisper in like, "Hey, it's Matt. Don't panic. I know this is weird for you, but I don't know if vampires are different here, but I don't think those guys are vampires."
A little bit.
Are they just human?
I don't know what they're called, but have you ever heard of people who like just really want to be unique and weird and like really commit
Is that the
to...
route we're going here?
In the order we called those snowflakes.
Wow, guys.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an oofles.
I think we just eliminated an entire branch of people that might have watched us. But I think these are some of them.
Okay, and with that, Ashes will obviously lower his guard a lot more. The entire time he was remaining dead silent, maybe a little curl of the lip every now and then, but upon hearing this, he'll relax. He would sheath his weapon if he could.
He can't. He has the cursed blade in his hand. And actually, Uktarl will make a note of that. Right? He looks at the weapon in your hand and he says, "Come, we are speaking peacefully. Sheath your blade."
I say the same thing to Ezra and Bones as well to make sure that we're all on the same page.
So you all get this private message in your brain.
As I message Bones and Ezra, though, I kind of preface. I'm like, "Hey, this is Matt. Don't panic. I'll explain later." But
you have this ability? I've met a couple of people. That's cool.
Yep.
What's up?
Don't think these guys are vampires.
What do you mean? They have fangs and...
Look for other things. Why would they be cooking? Why do they need light? Why are there so many of them? And
good points. Good points.
I'm pretty sure vampires don't stand like that.
Stand like what? You've met him before?
Look at that guy. Look at that guy right there.
I mean,
he looks like he'd trip just turning his head.
That's messed up, man.
Bones responds loudly and vocally. What? Oh! Yeah, that makes sense!
Anyways, Uktar, I'm sorry, I can't seem to sheath My sword, it
It's
is
unsheathable.
cursed. I cannot let go of it, as much as I would like to.
He looks at you like actually curious for a moment, and then that is interesting.
It's inconvenient.
Yes,
all right. So
it is.
Just for a flavor thing, can I can my fingers let go of it and it just sticks to the palm, or is my hand like firmly grasping it?
No, yeah. So your hand is grasping it, right? You can try to strain and try to like, but it will stay in your hand.
Yep.
Okay. So Uktaro will kind of like nod, and he has this face, right, where he's maybe not sure he necessarily believes you, but he kind of like presses onwards, and he says, "So, friends," because he's none the wiser. He will say, "As I said, a former associate. Complicating matter. You would attend to her and her brood, then, well, I would consider us great business partner, perhaps."
And she's on the first floor as well?
Oh, she is just to the north of us.
And how many are in her brood?
A couple. Less than mine.
A couple less than yours.
I was gonna push him off to talk.
He kind of turns, right, and this individual behind him, right, he turns and he says, "Benedict, go check the hall. Make sure none of her broodlings are running around." And this one will nod, right, and he'll head off.
How does he move his body?
He kind of glides, right? They're in this kind of like cloaked outfit, right? And he kind of like, he doesn't like around or anything like that. But they definitely like, he definitely like tries to move with a preternatural grace. Now that you're kind of turned onto it, though, right? Now that you're kind of like keyed onto it, it's a performance, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a convincing performance for the most part, right? Had Matashtai not had just cosmic insight in that moment, it might have continued to be a good performance for a while. But
He's dealt with vampires before.
Vampires. Uktaro backs up just slightly, right? And he kind of like, "Come, friends, come forward."
All right. I'll put the bow away.
Okay.
And just stroll all up in there.
So he invites you all in, basically, right? Clearly not like, just come and walk wherever you want, right? But to get you out of the hallway and into the chamber that they are within. And he just kind of says, "So, do you have interest in these negotiations?" Ooh, I burped.
I don't know. What do you want done with them?
I want them disposed of.
Okay, what do you give me to do it?
Free passage.
In
On the-
perpetuity.
Yes.
Forever.
Forever for the first level of Undermountain. Should my
Do
reach
you have
extend,
control of other levels?
should my reach extend in the future, we'll renegotiate those.
I think those terms are agreeable. Don't you guys agree?
So just so we're clear, right, when we came in, there were some bugbears with brains in them. You guys aren't taking care of that? That sounds like part of safe passage.
We have been in open conflict with the Xanathar's Guild since we came here.
Please tell me there's like a wannabe vampire in the corner just drooling on itself.
No, they all seem competent, right? They're all keeping up the act, right?
I mean, great. Just one.
No. But there's so Uktara will say, yes, we have had conflict with the Xanathar's Guild. I would have moved against them already, probably dealt with them, but for Haria's betrayal and the splitting of the coterie. Now I must waste time making sure that she does not stab us in the back. If you remove that threat, well then, the Xanathar's cronies will be nothing for us to handle.
I think we can do this. Sounds fair, right?
I mean, we don't even know that she's the bad one.
No, we don't know that she's not the bad one.
I mean, I'll mentally, send back. We can find out later. I mean, this is not contract binding. If we come back and say we're not going to do it, he's just not going to offer protection and we'll go about our way.
Well, I don't want to offer my word if I'm going to go back on it.
Then don't say anything.
Are y'all? By the way, you cannot have this conversation mentally amongst all of you, right? So this is gonna have to be a whispered conversation.
Yeah, no, it's a one person at a time deal.
Yeah. That's like a 5th level spell there, boyos.
Damn, I need you to get a 5th level spell, please.
I need you to calm it down.
Yeah, which way are they? We'll check it out.
Uktarl,
I'll agree for the group.
he says, they are to the north, but I do not need you to check it out. I need results.
Cool.
So demanding.
Forgive
I have
me.
every right to be. You stand in my hall.
Interesting.
We provide results when we make our promises, so we can get this taken care of for you.
Uktaro kind of nods and glowers at you, right? Glowers more at like Bones and Matt, but yeah, very well.
Come on, guys. Let's go kill a vampire.
He looks over and he says, Brom. And one of them steps forward and he says, lead them to Haria's hold. And so this vampire steps forward, right? And he says, this way. Do not tarry. And he starts to head northwards.
This motherfucker too?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not Terry. I'm Matt.
No, I'm not Terry. I'm Matt. Alright, so what are you guys doing?
I'll tell you what we're not doing. Tarrying.
I begrudgingly follow along for now.
Okay, so everyone kind of like follow along. I'm gonna mark Brom for you guys. Ooh, that's
I guess I'll just take the sword and drape it over my back, like
you're just walking like this.
Yeah, like this, just as like non-threateningly as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
What if you just crossed your arms and had the sword pointing backwards?
Don't forget your lantern there, Mitch.
Oh yeah. I got that thing.
All right. So everyone,
Where are we
move
going?
yourself. You're going north with Brom.
All right, going up.
You guys,
Give me a second.
as you're walking through this hall, right? You see the vampires hanging about these statues, right? There is an entrance, or there's another hall to the west, a hall to the east that you pass, and then another doorway. And then Brahm continues to lead you northwards as you pass this northern statue lying at the base of... Oh,
you
sorry,
told me the
actually...
person we about to throw bones.
Sorry, no, it's actually the middle statue. It's this back statue right here, or the back of the statue right here. Lying at the base of it are the bleached white bones of what looked to be like a long dead goblinoid, right? You can tell from kind of like the skeletal structure. And there is what looks to be like a regal white wooden staff that has been broken in half, kind of laying on the skeleton's lap.
Damn, he broke a staff of power.
What?
He might have?
Maybe. Possibly. So, if you guys just follow Brahm, he leads you up to this hall. Everyone go ahead and move yourselves up there. And then, as you are kind of coming into this hall, you see another vampire round the corner. This was Benedict that Uktarl sent up this direction earlier. And he kind of like hisses like this as he kind of like sees you all at the mouth of this hall, right?
Somebody gonna be like, y'all can cut that shit out, you know.
You haven't said anything, so they're keeping up the act.
Nah.
So he says he'll kind of like say, right, as you all are approaching, he'll say, "I saw none of Haria's brood. Likely they sleep or drink themselves into a stupor. Strike quickly. Do not hesitate." And then he kind of like shoulders past you, right?
Matt speaks to Ezrah in his mind and says, "I'm not killing anyone sleeping."
Yeah, they seem a little gung-ho about us just going in without asking questions, so it should be interesting.
So, Brahm will lead you up to this fork in the hall, right? And he will point to the northwest, right? And he will say, "Through the next door you will find Haria and her brood's lair. Benedict speaks the truth. Do not hesitate. They will not hesitate to kill you." And then he shoulders past, walks back the way he came.
The way he came.
The ways he
I wasn't
came.
gonna say anything.
I'm over here like
The ways he cames.
I ate too much pizza earlier.
So that makes you use the word cames?
I literally just said I'm over here burpings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I got little pockets of air in my throat.
So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna murder someone in their sleep.
it's fine. Let's just check it out.
Just check it out.
Look, I'll
Right,
be right
Right,
back.
but
So you
like,
guys-
they're gonna freak out when they wake up to a bunch of intruders.
Just
hovering
stand,
over them.
yeah, just like looking at him, like, should we kill him? Okay, so you see a hall extending to the north, right? And then this hall leading to the northwest.
Yeah, dude, I'm sneaking forward. I'm being sneaky. Is that door closed?
Yeah, so you kind of like peek around the corner, and you can see there is a closed door at the end of this hall. It is much like the other doors that you've seen throughout this this complex so far. It is a large stone door with a latch on it.
Put my ear up to it. I'm trying to listen for movement and or activity.
Roll me a perception check. Rindu.
I've got my spear out, and I'm just kind of creeping up behind Bones.
22.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Pretty perceptive.
Yar. Actually. Nope. Cricket's on the other side.
I would like to actively start hunting vampires.
Is that a thing that you can do? Like, checks to track fae, fiends, and undead, as well as on intelligence.
I guess I'm hunting undead.
Cannot.
Are vampires undead?
Are they?
Oh, okay. I get you. So, cool. Yeah, vampires count as undead.
Okay.
So what Hunter's Bane does though, right, is so you have advantage on survival checks to track them, right? And intelligence checks to recall information about them. You can't be surprised if you're actively tracking a creature. But right now you're not actively tracking a creature, right? You have to actively track a creature, you have to be following their tracks, right? So what I'm gonna say you're doing is you're ready, set to do that, right? Like you're looking for the signs that you could track a creature with. But right now you're in a stone underground, ruin. There's no like tracking or anything like that. It's just going down a hall.
So as stealthily as one can, I'd like to try the handle.
Yes.
Just to see if it's unlocked. I don't have any intention of opening it right now.
It is unlocked.
I would like to listen very carefully to see if there's any sounds coming from the other side of the door. Say if it's snoring or
what I just do.
You also can do that though if you would like to. You can also roll a perception check. Doesn't mean that you guys can't.
Okay, sorry. I was reading through my things, and I was excited to use my things.
That's fine. Yeah, you get so you gain advantage on any wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage.
Sorry, man. I just wanted to do my things.
It's fine.
No, you're good. You do not hear anything, right? Bones, do you have advantage on checks for hearing or smell or any sight or anything like that? Or is it just your straight perception?
No, it's just my straight perception.
Okay. I'm gonna say this.
While you pick your nose.
I'm not picking my nose. I'm playing with it. I'm doing this. I have this like little cleft in the center of my nose that feels weird if you push it to the side, like one way or the other. Like the cartilage goes.
All right, this is way too much time spent on the nose. Let's move forward.
Anyways, I'm gonna say because like the heightened senses, what that sounds like to me is that sounds like you literally hear or smell things that other people normally would not hear or smell. So even though Bones got a 22 on his perception, right? Just because that's straight perception, I'm going to say your 20, you don't hear anything, like Bones didn't hear anything, but you smell the faint rot of flesh.
That's kind of evilly.
There's something decaying on the other side of this door.
Let's say it loudly.
There's things on the other side of the door that decaying.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
That's natural.
That's my whisper voice.
Yeah. We can definitely, by the way, play the I'm stage whispering.
Does
Turn
the
off,
door
turn
open
off.
inward
I
or
assumed the
outward?
whole thing when Matt was in
Yeah.
the other room was stage whispering.
The door opens inwards
The door opens like towards us or towards them?
towards the room that you
Away from us.
away from you.
I look at everybody, and I open the door just slightly.
Okay.
Then I push it forward a teeny bit, while I get a water skin out of my pouch.
Okay. Are you?
And as I open it, I push it open a little more, and I toss the water skin in.
Okay, so you're trying. Are you like trying to just like throw the water skin in and see if there's
Trying
a
to
reaction?
Whatever loaded ranged weapons may or may not be there.
So you crack the door just slightly and throw a water skin in. Do you like close the door quickly?
Nah.
No. The water skin just like sloshes and clatters right on the ground. Nothing happens.
Alright, dope. I open the door.
All right, un momento.
See that? Check that bitch.
It's the
Matt's in the background, just like.
command. Ooh, I got thunder. Nice.
Condescending piece of shit.
Whatever. Bones takes his compliment.
Well, crap. Do
Look, half the door is open.
Called-
Half the door is not.
He
Yeah.
sneaked through the door, slip through it.
do this. Oh no, I gotta pull it from the thing. There we go.
Damn, there's a dead wyvern in here.
Say what?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
I don't know how to describe it any better than that.
Muggle.
How?
Let's
that?
do a quick.
It has a red
thing.
X on it.
I would say that's pretty dead.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. It tracks.
Okay. So you throw it in, and now you're entering into the room. Are you open? You're opening the door the rest of the way and entering in. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll move up with him.
great.
I grab
okay.
my water skin. I put it back in my bag of holding.
Yeah, you
I'm not
reach down,
losing
you
water
grab it
over
real quick.
this.
So as you enter in, a couple of things,
Oh,
right?
that's cool.
As you enter
Got the
in,
Cobra neck.
you see at the south end of this high vaulted room, marble steps form a dais upon which stands a large, high-backed throne made of interwoven, bleached bones. Each of the throne's bone armrests is carved to resemble a fanged serpent. Your eyes flicker over to the middle of the room where you see the bones, skull, rotted leather wing flaps, and the stinger of some great winged beast, intermingled with the shards of clear crystal. And then protruding from the walls all around the room, you see empty torch brackets made of fluted, discolored bronze.
Wait a second. Let's go back. Crystal shards, you said?
Yeah, you see this this
That's
wyvern corpse, right? Desiccated, mostly skeletal at this point, long dead, right? And then
Okay.
intermingled with it are these chunks of crystal, like it was shattered.
Do the crystal shards look like part of the wyvern was crystal and then it broke, or
No, it seems
They
to
have- they
like
have, like, a
shattered around
scalish-
it.
Oh, okay.
that's
Oh.
the most sus thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, it looks
Crystals.
like get freaking turned to crystal if you sit in the throne.
All right, well, I would love to investigate these awesome bones. In fact, I really want to do it right now. But I also don't want something coming from this doorway to the left of us.
Yeah, you see 3 doors, right? One to the left, one to the northwest, and one to the north.
I would definitely like to just go ahead and just go over here and take a quick listen and hear if anything's over there, maybe.
Roll me perception.
Waiting to, like, a fucking cadre of people waiting to come and kill me.
Roll a perception for me.
28.
You hear. Oh shit! Oh shit! Just a second. You hear. You hear. Come, brutes! Something stirs, and then you hear this. Like just these great feet of something moving beyond, right, coming this way, and you too
explodes inward.
You too now at this point, right, you catch that stench of decaying flesh.
I turn around, eyes real wide.
In response to Bones's like suggestion of hey, something's coming, Ashes will rip his sword out of his scabbard or holster and will grip tightly and cast Crimson Right on his blade as thunderous energy ripples through the blade.
Okay, so you're gonna use one of your rights. So you take damage, right? You take 5 damage as it drains your health to power the right. And this just stays on, right?
This is until the weapon leaves my grasps, or I let it go. Or
So you're
I
doing
rest.
it to the weapon that you can't let go of?
No, I'm doing that to my real weapon.
Okay, so now you have the cursed sword in
like
one hand, and then you have your regular long sword in your.
Quicksilver in the other. I'm gonna write Quicksilver. I'm not gonna write this cursed piece of crap.
Okay, I gotcha.
You have a Quicksilver weapon as a werewolf?
He
Yes.
calls it Quicksilver.
Oh,
Yes.
Although,
okay.
I mean,
But it
I
is
was
a
like,
silvered weapon.
yeah.
So does
I
that
mean,
like double hurt you when you cut yourself with it? How does that work?
You've described.
it
You
does hurt
talked.
if I cut myself.
Yeah, you talked about it. It is literally the weapon. The blade is laced, right? It has veins of silver in it. So,
Yes,
Huh.
I am
it
carrying
would
around
hurt
my own weakness.
his own bane. Yes.
Huh.
Okay, so Ashes is doing that. Bones, you've turned and alerted the group. What are the rest of you doing?
Matt's gonna move up here, twirling his spear, and he just looks like a crazy person here for a fight.
I'd
Okay.
like to not fucking be in front of the door if possible.
Move. Where you want to
Okay,
go?
I was waiting. I want to be
Yeah.
like around this corner with my sweet double-sided scimitar.
You hear, right? You hear, especially where you're at, right? You hear this banging on the wall. You hear like 2 great fists just boom against the wall.
Against the wall.
Like right here, Wall?
If it happens
Good.
more than like twice, I definitely would not want to continue being here.
You hear it. You hear it once.
I would.
You hear it once, and you hear those meaty footsteps continuing closer to the door. Right?
Okay, if it just happens once, I'm like, okay, they're probably just
it's just the
hyping
once.
themselves up. Like that's a cool thing. I've experienced that. We hype ourselves up.
It's just the
beforehand.
once, and you right where you are, right? You can hear that voice again. You hear, brutes, open the door, and you hear this. You hear this
Something here.
click. You hear this. Right? Yeah, you can see just a hint of it through the door. So there's this. Like the door being just like almost forced off its hinges with the force of what is pushing the door open, right? And as that door opens,
But the wall explodes and knocks me out.
Bones gets showered with
Oh
rocks.
yeah.
as that door opens, the door to the northwest opens.
Oh shit!
The
Oh god, there's so many of
the
them.
brood, alerted by the banging on the wall, comes forth out of their slumber as a massive Frankenstein's monster forces the door open, and you see standing next to it, this beautiful lady, and she just like...
She's beautiful?
Well, to her, she's beautiful. She hisses, right? She hisses, and she says, ah, I've been so bored. Kill them! And I need everyone to just select their tokens and roll initiative.
Now we don't have to like worry about the morality of what's happening.
Yeah, like I feel a lot better about the
Oh,
fight.
good, a 5.
Oh, buddy! Oh,
two.
starting off strong. Let's get us some battle
Ash
music
is
going.
just ready to party. The rest of us are like,
Okay, so we've
Ash is ready to party.
we've used that one. Let's use this one.
oh my. I'm about to get slapped in the face.
Go on.
Don't worry, Bones. I had to one up you.
Yeah, let me tweet out.
I feel this one's not pumpy enough. I need some pump. Yeah, let's get the You don't want the howling and the part of the pack
It feels
one?
too taverny.
Too taverny? Okay, let's do Fire Main.
Too taverny.
I can do that.
I really appreciate you, Jeremy, allowing criticism of the current song that should be playing from the players.
Why not? Okay, let's do some rolls. Roll bulk macro. Where is my... Uh-oh. Where's my initiative? Ooh. Am I gonna have to roll on each of these guys? I might have to.
By the way, the element of thunder in D&D, is there like a visible aspect to it?
Thunder is like sound, yeah?
Yeah, I always thought thunder was like concussive. So
yeah,
does
I
it
always
have,
do like I don't know. I do like the anime like force like boom, like
Yeah, of course you do.
like when they power up and you see the kind of like crack around them. That's how I picture thunder happening.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good enough,
D&D.
good enough.
You know. Okay, I do not have my initiative macro, so I'm gonna have to do it the hard way. So let me pull this up real quick.
Advance my monster.
That's pretty close to what's happening here.
Thanks.
So
Mush.
we've got this one. We've got this one, and then we've got this one, and
I really want to
this
get up on those
one.
wyvern bones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so let me pull this real quick. Sorry, I thought I had my initiative tracker or my initiative macro installed, but clearly I do not. So
Yeah, we're sorry too.
So Bones gets all the crossbows. Gotcha.
Yeah, well, probably.
Duly noted.
I was trying to use this sweet water skin trick to avoid crossbows.
Okay, and then the last one is Haria. Looking beautiful as she is. It's gonna be a big fight, y'all. Let's do this. All right, so no one counts as surprised in this battle because you guys were looking for a fight, and they were looking for trouble after that noise. Ashes, you are actually the first one to go. You're at the top of the round.
Ashes, seeing the horde of the undead to his to his north, he lets his feral blood take hold as he transforms into his lichened form of a
crap.
werewolf.
You're starting
Okay,
off
just
right.
get it-
You're just
just
going
get it
straight
right
into
away.
it. Okay, gotcha.
There's a sickening popping and crunching noise.
Oh, do you go like full like vampire or werewolf in London like transformation?
Oh yeah, just like twitching and popping and
Gotcha.
hairs,
Okay.
just
So
as things...
like 20 seconds later, Ashes will be a werewolf.
He just
Oh come on, man! Let me have this,
I'm
Jeremy.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
4 rounds.
All right.
Jeremy, you're yucking in my yum.
It is an
Stop.
action though. It is an action to
Yeah,
transform,
it is an
right?
action, yes.
Okay, so you use your action to transform. So you all see Ashes, right? This tiefling with these 2 swords in hand, just like rear back and go through this horrible snapping, bone altering transformation, and then he stands before you as this werewolf, right?
Yes, you see
Matt's
before you a
standing next to him,
werewolf
just
that still
slack-jawed.
has horns
Yep.
and still has a prehensile tail.
Oh, that's dope.
course
You
he
still
does.
have horns as your werewolf? That's
yeah,
so
I still have
cool.
horns as a werewolf.
I like that.
And I still
That's a
have
nice
a prehensile tail.
I know.
Why
I
are
know.
you
You have
just
to
like saying that too
You
much.
have to say
I don't understand
prehensile.
what's happening.
I don't know
Are
why.
you dragging young women below the waves? Why?
Is that's prehensile tail? Okay. Are you
Anyways,
doing anything else? Movement, bonus
To
action.
finish up my turn, I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
And
Getting it
then,
right now.
being fully buffed, Ashes is going to go 5, 10, 20, 30 towards the horde.
Okay, so you're just gonna
Oh,
run
you're
up
not gonna
towards
fight
the
the
horde.
big thing?
No, he's gonna like
Dude.
He's gonna 1v6
Alright.
1v6 the horde.
Sweet.
All right. Starting off, right? Haria, this
Man, I'm getting fucking
this
slapped in the
pale-skinned woman with this like these dark tresses, right? And it's clear, right? You guys already know, right, that it's an act, but it is a well done act in Haria's case. She has this pale skin. And some coloration to her eyes that actually makes them appear like they're glowing red, right? And she comes rushing out of the room, right? Almost as if she's bloodthirsty. Like she really can't wait to get started attacking, killing, right? So she comes rushing out, and she's gonna move into melee with Matt. Being as he is the first immediate target right there. And she pulls a scimitar in one hand, and then you see she has this little stiletto that she kind of like flips out. And she's gonna start swinging at you.
Wow, she can draw 2 things in the same round?
She already
Okay, Zach.
she already had her weapons drawn, just like you had your weapons drawn. Just saying. So that's a. Ooh, I have her on. I have her on.
I was trying
Whisper.
to infer things.
I know
alright?
you were. I know you were. Oh no.
Meow.
Oh no, I have her set right. I just didn't take it off. Yeah. Okay, so that does not count because I rolled it private. Actually, it does count. I rolled it private. It missed. Second attack is still a miss. Holy crap! Yeah. So.
Deflects both with the spear.
Ching ching. And then so you deflect both with the spear, right? This heavy-headed spear. And then she kind of like tries to step in your guard and stab you with this dagger. And that'll hit for
Yep,
5
that'll get me.
piercing damage. Yeah, she just like jabs into your chest, and it gets a couple inches in before you're able to kind of like pull back and unsheath the blade from your flesh. And she takes it, and she literally like licks blood off the blade.
That's my blood.
Hey.
You can't have that.
Yo, hey guys, did you know that his tail is prehensile though?
Yo, really?
This is gonna be the new.
This is the new
nifty
thing.
theory.
Doesn't mean you push, pull, or lift 900 and something pounds.
Whatever
yeah.
the exact amount. Was.
So these guys all like their eyes go wide, right? Seeing this werewolf
time.
running at them. But they have blades in hand. A couple of them in the back have crossbows. Uh-oh.
What kind of vampire uses a crossbow?
The stream might die, by the way, because it is
Jeremy's
storming
lights
like
just
crazy over here. So if it does die,
Good, I'm
we'll
glad
try
I
to
just tweeted it out.
yeah, we'll try to reconvene. Anyways, so this guy comes running out and he's gonna try to smack you with a scimitar. That is a 4. That is a
You
mess.
got them on GM layer as well.
I do. I'm changing it right now. Almost like I should have done this earlier. Next one up,
Almost.
he will rush out as well. Try to get you with another scimitar. That is 20. That will hit.
20 will hit.
For 3 damage, only you're resistant to non-magical
I will
slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing, right?
take that 1 damage.
You will take that 1 damage. You do that. Alright?
They gotcha.
I can break these cuffs.
You can't break
Don't you
these
break
cuffs.
these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs.
So this other vampire runs out of the room, right? And she actually runs out of the room, no weapon drawn, and straight up runs up to you and starts like boxing with you. Okay.
Cool.
Oh, she's all
wanna
about
fight
the
her.
fisticuffs.
Yeah, she's going fisticuffs.
A
So-
pugilist vampire?
Let me make sure I have things set correctly. So that's going to be a slam. That's a 21 to hit for 8 damage.
Gracious.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
it shows. Aw, sadness. It's not supposed to show. Oh well.
I will pretend to not know.
You'll guys find out soon enough. Anyways, I have to change that. I'll have to go through and check that on other things. So yeah, it comes and basically like punches you in the jaw. You take 4 damage, right? Hits you again for another 3 damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling pretty high.
Solid hits on that one. And then the monster of stitched together flesh steps forward, right?
He sees bones instead.
And this thing reeks. It comes out of the room
touch me.
and it is
Don't touch me, no.
dumb, so it is gonna kind of step out. It does technically like leave your threat range, Bones, and it doesn't realize that you are there. So you technically can attack of
Stand it.
opportunity it if you want.
I really want him to come to me. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm brave.
I'm brave. Like it's fine.
Whatever. Double bladed scimitar. 12 damage.
Yeah,
Sneak
you hit.
attack.
You definitely hit.
12 sneak attack damage too.
All right. Is this a This is not a magic
definitely
weapon,
did
right?
Not know I was here. No, it's not. Not
Okay,
at all.
so you stab into the back of this thing and you carve like this deep section into his back, right? And it's putrid, and you actually see like maggots spill out of the wound, right? That you cut into him. But he doesn't seem to notice or care nearly as much. The effect,
Gross.
the damage is only half effective.
Noted.
Jeez.
Jesus
Damn.
God, dude. Fucking
Gosh.
God. It's like real nice outside down here.
Holy
like,
crap.
Good job with the atmospheric music, Jeremy. It's
Shit.
just so
Right?
realistic.
That's the sound of this monster stomping through
Yeah.
the dungeon.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so this thing is going to try to slam just on Matashtai.
Oh god. I brace with my spear above my head.
And slam. 14 is a miss, right?
Yeah.
So you actually catch the blow, and he goes to do it again, right? And 14 again. A second
Jerry,
hit.
why
And,
can't you give me
and
some
Matt
of them
just
rolls?
takes both of these and just kind of like holds this creature at bay. All right, next up. This guy has a light crossbow in hand, so he's actually going to step out into the room, and he's going to look about, and he's going to fire off a shot at Ezrah. Ezrah, you get a light crossbow. 11! That is a miss. Ching! Bolt shatters off the wall next to you. And Matashtai, you're up.
Oh hell yeah. Alright.
get to retaliate.
Matt's going to take his spear in 2 hands and just slash at the golem ahead of him.
Okay, sure. Have at
Mine is
it.
a magical weapon.
Ombo kitty.
19 hit.
Yeah, 19 hits. This thing is lumbering. It's hulking, right? It's almost child's play to hit this thing.
Awesome.
And so you just stab right up into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't react to the damage, but you clearly like tear a deep wound into it. You seem to have had full effect on it.
Awesome. After slashing, I'm going to rear back and stab forward with my spear.
Yep. Second attack. All right, that'll hit too. And another one just kind of like, so you stab up and then you pull back and slash across the chest. Each of these blows seems to go through all the way. The creature kind of like starts to let out this low moan, this. Anything else?
With my bonus action, I'm going to expend a key point.
Okay.
And use patient defense.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Please don't hit me. And adopt the dodge stance.
Sounds great. Okie dokie. Moving onwards, this one also steps out of the room. He has a crossbow. He is going to look for an opportune target. That target is Ezrah, light crossbow. That's a 17 for 9 damage.
Good gracious.
Are you taking it? Oh, goodness gracious! You're muted.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you are muted. Did you take it, Jake?
I don't know. He's just shaking his head.
He's
still muted.
Jake,
He's muted in Discord. I don't
muted.
know.
I was mathing. Shut up.
Okay, so you take it. Okay. Sounds good. So a second bolt fires off at Ezrah, wings him, clips him in the shoulder, right? And then a third one comes out of the room. That is 5, 10, or 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's going to come out. He has a scimitar drawn, but he can't quite close with anyone, so he just kind of like stands at the ready. And then we are to Shade in the Graveyard. Bones, you're up.
Oh, baby. Okay.
What would you like to do? So at this point, right, the golem, the flesh golem, is just pounding on Matt, right? And Matt has made these 2 strikes. You hear the twang of crossbows as they fire off at Ezrah, and then Ashes seems to be holding the rest of them at bay. Haria, the flesh golem, doesn't seem to care about you, that you've attacked it, but Haria has turned her gaze to you now that you've attacked it. She sees you like around the corner.
Sure. So I am going to run down and past. And as I run past, I'm going to yell at Ezrah. I'm going to say, Ezrah, bring the thunder on the big guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to run down, and if I have to take an opportunity attack, I so will, because I want to come down here to fight.
It actually is not... Perception on it, its passive perception is a 10. Roll me...
My passive stealth is a 20?
I know your passive stealth is a 20. Just roll me stealth, and it's basically going to be, as long as you don't crit fail, this thing isn't going to notice you. Okay, yeah, it doesn't care. It's a very single-minded, dumb beast. It is focusing on the target at hand, and it's going to smash that target until that target is pulled.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm going to come down, and I'm going to engage with her.
Okay.
So even though, I assume we are flanking here.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and just make an attack with my double-bladed scimitar.
Slash!
24.
Okay, the 24 will hit, definitely.
And I definitely get sneak attack on that.
Yep.
And I feel good enough to go ahead and make the other end attack.
Yep, and that one will hit as well. So we've got 23 on the first one, and then another 5. Ooh, 2 vicious attacks. She kind of like shrieks out as you slice into her.
Oh yeah, cut it deep.
There's no resistance. This is human flesh, right? So, and she's not wearing armor. So like you just cut into her. Only the fact that she is quick on her feet keeps her standing.
From dying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And I will then.
She kind of like curses at you and she spits in your face, right? And she says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you!" Like all pretext of like suave vampress or anything like that gone, right? Just rage and fury now.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick look. By my quick estimation, does it look like someone could climb up on this throne and fight?
Yeah, I mean, you could movie scene swashbuckling, like, up
Okay,
the
if
throne
that's the
type
case,
scenario,
then
yeah.
I'm going to move back up one.
Okay,
Give
cool.
Matt the ability to flank if he wants.
Gotcha. Sounds good. All right, Ezra, you're up.
On either one.
So I'm gonna look to the south and see that situation, and then I'm gonna look to the north and see that situation, and then I'm gonna look back, and then I'm gonna look back up, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop a 30-foot cube encompassing all of the guys on the top,
Okay.
making them all make wisdom saving throws.
Holy shit! When the caster takes hypnotic pattern instead
I
of
love
fireball,
hypnotic pattern.
and I go, you fuck. Okay, hypnotic pattern. So let's do this person first. What's your save DC?
15.
And what's the save they have to make?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Doop. That's a fail. And then let's just go through these real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've got
God.
1, 2. Oop. Unclick. 1, 2, 3. So it would be this one is the only one that is not. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of these are charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So they become drooling idiots.
Good
basically.
gracious, that's amazing.
Yeah, the spell ends for an effective creature.
Third level
If
spell.
it takes damage, the spell ends, or if someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. Okay?
And then I'm gonna start booking it, and while I do it, I'm gonna shout at the lycanthropic ashes. Ashes! Only hit the ones that are moving, and hit them one at a time. I bought you some time.
You might be real disappointed here in a second.
and then Ezra just runs out of the freaking room.
Par for the course.
Par for the course, indeed. Oh, okay. Is that your turn, Ezra?
That is my turn.
All right, back to the top.
Okay.
Ashes,
All
you're
right,
up.
so. Okay, I actually get my turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there is a moment as Ashes struggles against his inner rage, having taken some damage last
It was
turn.
like 8 points of damage.
Yeah. So not a hard one, but still something to consider.
It was yeah.
Though
So,
the werewolf.
maintaining control of my form and hearing the suggestion of my ally, I will close the distance
Oh no!
to this.
No, Charles Cromwell, no!
Anyways, now, in almost a DNA pattern, there is now fire intertwined with the thunder element in his blade.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to swing that blade one-handed
wait.
since he can't.
Oh yeah, because you're doing the searing and okay, gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, at the same time. No advantage. Okay, so 9.
All right, so a 9 is a miss. These
Okay.
guys aren't heavily armored, but they are light on their feet. So he kind of like dances to the side as you go to just like hack through him, and he suddenly like most of the fight goes out of him, and he's just like oh.
All right, second attack.
Mhm.
22.
That'll hit.
Okay, so first of all, it is 11,
Mhm.
12 if he's a weak to silver, then +2 from Feral Might.
Sure.
And then the damage from both the right and the smite.
Mm-hmm.
Which was very low damage.
Pretty low. So I did say this guy had rushed out and he was holding his, like he was standing at the ready holding. So he is going to make an attack as you enter, like you come running forward, you swipe at him, he dodges the first one, he's like, whoa, 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 and he sees you're not backing down, so he goes to attack and you basically like swing at each other.
Fortunately, so I am currently wearing adamantine half plate.
Yes, you are, which means you do not suffer from critical hits. So you would just take the 4 damage, which is reduced to 2. So he steps in, right, trying to cut you down before you can get a second attack, and you like take the hit and then just plunge your blade into him, and instantly the light leaves his eyes. He dies.
Damn, you killed that man.
Like,
Mitch, you're muted.
straight out, just kill him. 100 to 0.
Just walk by decapitating the other one.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll be in turn.
All right, sounds good. So Haria, infuriated, distracted a little bit by the savage blow done by Bones, she is going to just try to destroy you. Basically.
Destroy you.
So that's going to be 2 scimitar attacks against you. Here's
Sure.
1. That's an 8.
Nope.
Here's 2. That's an 8.
Also, no.
Didn't I roll 2 8s with her earlier? Or was it 2? No, I rolled 2 14s with the... No. Didn't I?
It's the algorithm.
No, I rolled a 9 and an 8. I rolled a 9 and an 8. Oh, it's right. Like, everything's right. It just,
Oh, you have control of the algorithm. What do you mean everything's right?
What? I mean, anyways, okay, so she swings twice, and you're able to duck out of the way each time, right? She goes in for her dagger.
No.
Wow, that's a lot of 8s.
Wow!
Just a lot of 8s.
Somebody
Wow!
calculate the percentage chance of that happening.
Wow! Okay. Yeah, she is practically frothing at the mouth in rage. Okay, people do not get a save on hypnotic
Correct.
pattern.
They are stunned until
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated for a minute. Yeah, for a minute. Okay. Yep. So he's done. Done. Flesh Golem goes. So Flesh Golem, he's a dumb brute, and he's going for Matt. So, swingy dingy.
Disadvantage.
That is okay.
That
So
one
disadvantage. 16 is the disadvantage then.
Our match just like jumps to the side.
Okay, you got a 17. Gotcha. All right, and then with the second hit, let me double check real quick. Yes. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Ching. Just boom.
Just
boom.
takes his
Fist
spear
just
and
slamming into the
slides
ground.
its hand along the haft of it.
Can't land a hit. Has yet to actually harm Matashtai. The big dumb brute is being bested by the speed. Okay, so this guy is also stunned, and Matashtai is up.
All right. Matt's gonna take advantage of the opportunity Bones has given him.
Mhm.
Jump up onto the throne here,
Okay.
and then with his long spear, just.
So I
stabbing
imagine
down
like he
on
actually
his-
like he goofs down with the right hand and you dodge to the left, and then he goofs down with the left hand and you dodge to the right, and after dodging to the right you just like take another step up onto the throne and like parry push him away and then turn.
Yep. All right. So then I'm going to make a couple of attacks at advantage against this chick.
Mhm.
There's the first one.
Oh yeah, that 26 definitely hits.
It was 11
Oh.
damage.
Yeah, she takes
There's the second
a
one.
blow across the back of the head.
6 damage.
Screams in
I'm
pain.
then going to expend a key point.
Looks- Okay, she
and
looks
do
really hurt.
Flurry of blows.
Okay.
So then I just kind of slam my spear into the ground, jump up, and just come down with a double kick. Ooh, second one misses though.
Yeah, the first one will hit, so that's another 6 damage that she takes. And she kind of she yells in pain, right? Cries out in anguish, right? From the harm that you boys be doing to her. And then the way she flails after that last hit actually throws off your attack. Which prevents the last one. Anything else for your turn?
Matt winks at Bones and says, "She's yours."
All right. This guy is
What's your
stunned. This guy
charisma
is dead.
bonus?
And then it's
10.
Bones. So she like looks and she sees right that she is screwed in this position, and she turns and snarls at you like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, so as she turns and snarls, she meets the end of a double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
Hopefully. She does.
She does.
With a sneak
Man.
attack.
I never got to parry with her. Unfortunate. You
She has sweet parry abilities?
Yeah, she has a sweet parry. She has a sweet parry, and you guys never got to that point. It was always either definitely a miss or definitely a hit. It was never like close. So you just like, she turns, snarls at you, and you just like whoosh, like straight through, and it does the clean cut for a moment, and then like you don't fully cut her head.
Where she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay," and then she's not okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do like the full like lop her head off thing, but you cut across her jugular to the point to where like she keeps snarling, and then her head
It just like kind
sags
of opens
and
up.
it lolls for a second and then opens, and blood just kind of like fountains down the side of her. She hits her knees and then hits the ground.
Yucky. I'd like to go ahead and continue the spin of my weapon.
Yep.
And
Bones says
fucking,
yucky.
Smack
no,
him.
I don't say.
Stab him. Slash him.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
There you
shit.
go.
Yeah, okay. That'll work. Oh, yes, that will work, but he is resistant, so he only
he's
takes half
resistant.
damage.
That's fine. That's the best I can do for now. And I will.
Best you can do. That's pretty good. All right.
I want to, I guess, stay here. Well, no, I don't want anything coming up behind me. I'll just move up right here.
Just in case, right?
Yeah, I don't know
Just
what's
in
going on.
case. All right, Ezra, you're up. They have felled the Harridan, right? She is no longer screaming. She is slumped to the ground, but the big flesh brute still stands, flailing about. What would you like to do?
He looks still in pretty good condition.
He doesn't... Not bloodied.
He looks like a large flesh.
I mean, yeah, he's a flesh golem, so he's
still
constantly bloodied, but he's not bloodied.
Covered in blood.
He's covered in blood, just not bloodied.
So I'm going to raise my staff with the little metallic bird that's constantly rotating about it. And I am going to go ahead and attempt to blind the
Oh, shit.
Blind him.
Okay.
con save. 15 DC.
It's probably the only thing this man can do is con.
Okay.
I think it's gonna fail though.
Fingers crossed.
I
And...
got money on fail. I got money on fail.
Oh! So the thing just goes, and you see these darkened pits around its eyes, and it starts just swinging. Like it was swinging wildly or flailing beforehand, but it was kind of doing so with a purpose, like consistently trying to hit Matashtai, but just too slow. Now it's literally just like swinging its arms around it.
Amazing.
Okay.
So it makes a save at the end of each of its turns.
Sure. Awesome. Okay, Ashes, you're up.
Well, because of the 2 damage I took from that dude holding an action.
Hey, you're good.
Okay.
Remains
So,
in control.
So, looking back at my allies and looking at the remaining vampires, I'm going to determine that the ones that are carrying crossbows are the ones that are most likely to be a problem.
Okay.
So Ash is just going to close the gap.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm hiding behind a wall.
Just start executing people.
Just okay. So are you? They are incapacitated, right? So are you executing?
I mean, I'm assuming that
It's a coup de grace.
Ashes can see everything you've mentioned. Like
And
it seems like everybody
they are
has
all
it more than under control.
They are all standing, right? All these people with the yellow dots around you are standing there in a stupor, their eyes blank, and their mouths literally open, slack-jawed, drooling. Just,
If that's, I'm just gonna coup de grace every single one.
So that's what I'm asking. You're just executing them?
Yeah.
Okay, roll for.
Can I tell for
roll attack
can I tell
number.
for certain that?
Yeah.
Can I tell for certain that these guys are in fact vampires?
Pretty sure they're
No.
not.
The one that you killed a second ago dropped like a sack of bricks. There's no way this is a vampire.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
these are just like the other ones. They're all dressed up humans.
What the hell is going on here?
Kill them for pretending.
What do your blade? Just whack him upside the head.
What are you gonna
like
do?
anthropic
Even
tour.
pretending to be vampire is heresy. They die.
Oh, wow. Okay, Ashes. Going down the dark side real quick. Gotcha.
Damn.
Okay,
Well,
so
let's see. Can I close the? Oh, I can close.
yeah,
the gap.
if you want to close the gap with the flesh golem instead, you definitely can. Like you can see these people are not a threat currently.
Okay, all right. You know what I'm going to do instead? Instead, I'm going to cast as a bonus action, branding smite on
Okay.
myself,
Ooh.
Gotcha.
and then I'm going. So now you see a sword with kind of a DNA strand of thunder and what is that?
Fire again?
I hate the fact that I have one monitor to navigate absolutely everything. It is destroying me.
Jay, you have advantage on these attacks, by the way, because he's blinded.
Yep.
Oh, good gracious! All right, so I don't even need. All right, let me get this up. Okay, so
Double advantage.
all right, so branding
No such
smite is
Roll
2d6
3
radiant.
d20s.
So here comes the one-handed. Oh, that's the. I cannot wait to get back on my computer to play D&D. This is ridiculous.
It's fine.
I absolutely hate this.
No worries, we'll get there.
Yes, you need multiple
Well-
monitors to play the pen and paper.
All right, first
You
attack.
do. You need all the
24.
monitors. 24 definitely hits. This thing
On
is
the table,
slow
you put all the-
as crap and
Okay.
has no armor.
Yeah, I can
Ooh.
see
So that
Okay.
is a bonus 2 to that for
Okay.
Feral
7
Might.
damage. Yep.
Okay, and then follow that up with my Radiant slash.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Here we go.
Ooh, okay, so branding is radiant, right?
Branding is Radiant.
Gotcha.
My right is Thunderous.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Feral Might is +2. Yeah, so there you go.
So 7, 7, and 6. So 20 damage.
I swear I'm going to get through this a lot faster in the future.
No, you're fine, dude. So there is a Ashes rushes forward and makes a mighty attack against this flesh golem, and as he does, there's this blossom of multiple different energies, right? Like he slashes across the flesh golem's back, and there's this blossom of light and this of thunder as it hits. And the thing just kind of like howls and slaps at its back, right? Turns and flails wildly, trying to catch whatever it's hitting or hurting it so much. It's starting to look like it has taken a lot of damage. Do you have a second attack?
I do.
Are you gonna take it?
So I'm going to rear back and strike again with with Quicksilver. Navigating.
Navigating.
15?
15 still hits. Now, like I said, this so at this point, this has sub 10 AC. Okay.
All right, so that's 9 slashing.
Yep.
And then just a regular Rite of Storm. No fancy dancy smite on top of it.
Well, so Rite of Storm is thunder, not lightning.
1d6.
Right?
Yeah, it is thunder, not lightning. The way you described it before.
Oh yeah, it is thunder. That's just typed in wrong. Let me.
I just want to make sure that it's thunder and not lightning.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It is thunder.
Alrighty, so it takes a second hit. This one not as severe as the last, but still a chunk of damage to this creature. Still roaring, bellowing, flashing around itself. Anything else for your turn, or are you done?
That will be end of turn.
Paria is dead, so her turn is done. Doran, William, Anastas, they are all in a stupor. And now we are to the Flesh Golem, who is blinded and is basically just gonna swing at people with disadvantage. And probably not hit anything. Ooh!
Which people?
But...
It has blind sight.
Nope. It begins to so after taking so much of this damage, right? It begins to bellow and roar, and you see froth and foam begin to come out of its mouth. But it does not berserk.
It doesn't berserk.
It
It's
does
not mad enough yet.
It does not berserk.
It's only
It's
medium.
not been enraged yet.
It's not quite mad enough yet. Okay, so... Oh. Well, I'll just worry about that later. That's my own fault. It should have had advantage on the save against your blindness, deafness. But that's okay. So it's going to try to flail wildly. No, it's fine. It's going to try to flail wildly at Ashes, because Ashes just did a crap ton of damage to it. So it just swings out in that general direction. This is at disadvantage. And a 20
Holy
is
shit.
the disadvantage. What? Thank you, I hit somebody. 19 bludgeoning, and this fist of flesh hits you with the full force. You take the full 19.
Wait.
The flesh golem's fists count as magic, because the whole body is held together with magic. So it's literally like this magic flesh man punching you.
By the way, guys, fucking ouch.
Yeah, we have no healing, so
Right? Holy crap! And
he's
then,
about to swing again. Shit. Does he swing on the same one because he felt flesh?
no, he's swinging wildly, right? So he swings out at one, and he's gonna swing at the other person that has made the most recent attack against him, and that's gonna be Bones. So Bones, this is a disadvantage attack against you.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yes.
What? Why now?
I'm glad it happens
You're
when it
attacking
doesn't
people
matter.
not mad.
Okay, so yeah, so he swings. Are you gonna uncanny dodge or anything?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. I forgot about that skill.
We're all playing new characters and everything like that, so I figured I'd remind.
Inaccurate.
Yes, I absolutely am doing
Well,
that.
that's true. Well, not all of us are playing. Okay, so it swings out, and you are able to just barely like whip yourself out of the way of part of the blow. You just take a hit across the shoulder. It sends you kind of like stumbling back. That's gonna bruise real fucking bad. But it is the end of the Flesh Golem's turn. Merrick is in a stupor, and we're at Matashtai.
All right. How tall is the top of this throne?
The top of the throne only goes up to... It's high backed, but it only goes up to maybe 6 feet.
6 feet total?
Yeah.
All right. How high can I jump? What's
I don't know. How high can you jump?
the mechanic for jumping again?
Zach, what's my rule there? 3 plus your strength mod? I believe.
What is it? High jump?
Yeah,
Jump is
high
3
jump.
plus
3 plus your
mod.
strength mod.
If you move 10 feet before,
It's
if not, it's
half
half as much.
otherwise. Yep.
So it's 3 plus your strength mod halved if you're not gonna run first.
So it's half of 3 plus. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. I can jump. Sorry, this is way more work than probably should be worth. But,
You're fine.
I can
Figuring
jump 7
things
feet.
out.
Hell yeah! I can get
Jump
above 10 feet. Let's do this.
Woo!
You can
Okay.
jump 7 feet standing.
Yeah, because I have 12 strength.
No,
Plus
strength
strength-
mod.
that's
your strength
that's
mod,
strength mod.
not
Oh,
your not your
no,
strength.
that's not what it says in
It-
here. Oh,
it-
it is modified.
Yeah,
okay,
long
never mind.
jump use your strength score. High jump uses your strength mod. It's
Uh,
confusing,
okay.
but yeah.
So 3 plus 1 half. I can jump 2 feet. I can't make it to 10 feet.
You
Damn
mean-
it. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's close. You can almost make it there. You need a little bit
Alright,
more
then
of a
I'm just
boost.
gonna turn and hit this man.
Maybe next time. Maybe next
I
time.
I like the idea that the gravity on his planet is a lot higher, so it's easier for him to jump here.
Well, he literally lives in a mountainous area, so a lot of times, right, he'll be running down a mountain and be able to jump off the side of
Yeah,
things.
like,
and,
there's a lot more terrain to work with.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna turn and just like
Both of those definitely hit.
back of the head.
Yeah. Definitely hits.
Oh, those are baby damages.
Ooh,
Unfortunate.
baby damage. Yeah, 6. And then
Go
another
shift over.
7.
Let me get in there.
Alright,
Okay, so
and then-
you slash it. You
you live.
stab it, slash it. It hurts, but it is still flailing and roaring.
And then I'm gonna somersault kick off of the throne down here.
I just
Okay.
need someone to provide advantage.
Yeah, so you do the slosh, and then do the little like poof over to the
Yep.
side. Land, you little monk badass. Oh, you're going like full ham? Okay, gotcha.
No, this is my bonus action.
Okay, gotcha. So this is not magical.
Not yet. One more
Not,
level.
not yet. There we go. Okay, so the punch, the little kidney shot, does not do that much damage, but it is a little bit of damage. The creature still stands. All right. If you are done, we are back to Salvador, who is in a stupor.
Glad they
and-
all have names.
and everything has a name in this dungeon. Everything has a name in this dungeon.
What's the throne's name?
Okay. The throne's name is the Throne of Bones.
It's mine.
Wait, he has a throne?
I do. It's right here.
It is his now. Yes. All right. Speaking
just
of
found it.
Bones, it is your turn. What would you like to do, Bones?
Okay, I want to be fancy like Tulip. Not Tulip. I'm Matt.
Oh, Tulip.
Tulip is not here anymore. 5'10".
Poor Tulip.
Oh, that's great.
So you dance
Die.
over
It's
the,
okay,
you
guys.
dance
He might be
around,
back.
jump over the corpse of Haria, onto
Yeah,
the
I hop
throne.
over it. And I hop up and I make an overheaded smack. And then I'm gonna sneak attack.
Oh, get him.
And then as I twirl back around out of the throne area, which I'm going to do in one moment, I'm gonna make my other attack.
Unnecessary. As you jump onto the throne, you spin, swing your double-bladed scimitar, and the head of the flesh golem
I want to do one of those
and
sweet
clatters
sounds
onto the
people
ground.
do, where they hold their weapon under them, but their feet are like this.
Oh, okay. So you just do the over.
Yeah.
All right.
The sweet flip.
And the
Cat flip.
Perfect.
flesh golem falls dead on the ground. At this point,
We have a bunch of just hypnotized
well,
guys.
so yeah, at this point, it has been only 2 turns, so there's still a full 8 turns left.
Something like that.
Okay. What are you guys doing with these?
I'm gonna whap him with the
Hypnotize
butt end
people.
of my spear. I'm just non-lethally knocking him out.
So Matt wants to whap them. What does everyone else want to do?
I'll go along with the group decision.
All right, Ezra, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Matt will wholeheartedly fight that we do not need to kill these people.
Ezra will walk forward and poke his head in.
Yeah.
Like a gopher. You prairie dogging it.
Prairie dogging.
And I will ask the group what we're doing, and if the intent is lethal damage, I will prepare a chill touch on something that comes out of its stupor.
Okay. So what's the answer?
Defenseless.
So Ezra
Don't need to
asks.
attack. Don't need to kill them. They're defenseless. Let's just knock them out and take their weapons.
All right. And responses
Should-
are
Should we tie them up?
Okay.
Should we?
okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well,
So-
I mean, I'll start walking up and taking off their weapons before we knock them out. It's not like they can stop me.
But yeah, but it is a matter of time, right? You can disarm one of
I'll
them
help.
per
Disarm
round. So, well,
Oh,
here,
wait, are we
here we
still
go.
in turn?
We're still in turn
Yeah.
because
Oh,
we're still
sorry,
in turn.
sorry.
We're still in turn specifically. Well, it's fine. We're gonna start taking
yeah.
group turns. We're gonna start taking group turns during this. But I just need to know what the intention is with each of your turns because this is a matter of time, right?
Ezra is staying far away.
Yes, but so Ezra, you're staying far away, and you're just gonna repeatedly hold a chill touch for anything that comes out of the stupor that starts to fight. You're gonna boom,
Yep.
take it down.
With intent only if the allies are intending to kill. That's
I will do the whapping because I have the most whappable weapon.
Okay, so you're gonna
Whap
go behind
mastermind.
each and whap
Man, my
in
weapon's
turn.
meant for
Jones.
killing.
So Bones and Ashes are
Bobby.
going to try to disarm, and then Matashtai whaps. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct?
So the disarming process goes without a hitch. I'm gonna say each of these individuals carries a scimitar and a light crossbow. So Ashes can grab one, Bones can grab the other, and then Matashtai
Can hit him in the face.
smacks each one of them. Which one are you doing first?
I'm gonna just work down the line. Like I'll start here and just
Okay.
Just got a
Whap,
disassembly line
whap.
going.
Roll. What's your minimum damage?
minimum damage 5 each hit.
Okay. Then I actually need you to roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
First whap.
And before
Oh,
crit.
do we need damage or just the no?
No, I just need the.
Do they count
you,
as crits?
You hit them and they count as
They're
crits.
incapacitated.
Yeah.
If
You
Okay.
hit them and they count as crits. I just need to know if you do enough damage each time to instantly knock one out, or if Ezra needs to trigger. Right? Okay, so hold.
I mean, it's like a lot of
Hold.
damage.
Yeah, hold. So the first one, you whap, right?
that's without the crit.
Okay, yeah. I'm counting like each. Oh yeah. You need to.
So it should, if you just want to double it, it's 12 plus 5, so
Yeah,
17.
yeah.
On the
So you go down the line, whap. This guy, not dead. Let's give him a different icon. Let's do
Oh,
this.
That would have been
right?
so funny.
So we'll say
I feel so
that.
bad.
We'll say that's the whapdom, one. And then
Whapped
you
'em.
guys move down, and Matt goes another one. This one gets
That's when the other
whapped,
side whap.
right? And then you go down to the next one, right?
Whap.
Do the same thing, and you whap this one, and this one does not go down.
I whap him again.
Okay, you whap them. Is that the so that would be 20? I'm just gonna double,
Okay.
even though it's not. It's 22. It's 18. This isn't the actual math of what it should be, but you smack this thing in the back of the head twice, and as you do, right, like one, it comes awake, and two,
Oh shit.
it's you see its whole form and shift, and then
Oh,
its
God.
whole form again, right? Shift as you hit it a second time,
hell?
right? And then again, one more time, you hit it, and it turns into this blue
And you quit it.
mass, right? And it just looks, and it's just, no more! Stop!
Surrender.
Yes! I surrender!
Shit, I haven't been in this situation. Hands behind your head. On your knees.
Just don't hit me anymore.
All right. You wait right there. Ashes, Bone, watch this guy.
Well, here, I got it, and I'll pull out a pair of manacles that I have brought with me.
Okay, so time
Hold up.
time
Will
is
those work. He can change the way he looks.
time is now moving on though. So if you want to whap the two remaining
Yeah, I'm
ones,
gonna go whapping the others.
you need to book it over there and do that.
I'll run over and I whap.
At this point. So give me a whap. I'm pretty sure you whap them. Yeah, you do. You're like realizing, like Ezra's over there, like time, you know, and Matt just walks. Oh shit! Whack, and just like cracks him across the jaw on each of these, and they just crumple.
Who's the jumpy guy in the precinct with the gun that he's never fired?
That's really good. I love it. Okay, so I think at that point we can drop out of the initiative tracker. The hypnotic pattern fades, and we can kick off of the battle music.
Bro,
After
hypnotic
knocking
patterns.
them all unconscious, I do start going a once over on each of them.
Sure, yeah.
Performing a medicine check to make sure that I did not like brain damage them.
Well, that may or may not be seen. There's a couple of like broken, like fractured
sorry,
crowns.
brain damage is the term
right?
I use, but I am gonna check their health. Are they breathing? Like
They all seem to be breathing. Some of them are gonna have worse wounds than others, but they seem alive. Whether you mentally handicapped one of them or not is we'll see later on. They're gonna be out for a while.
perfect.
Like this isn't gonna be like a 10 minutes later. This'll be like a maybe several hours later they'll wake up.
They're done for the night.
Yeah.
You just see Matt
Except
over
for
there, like, you fought well.
Except for the doppelganger, who is now Bones or Ashes. You manacled this this blue skinned person.
Yeah, I'll
so
slap some
it's just like
manacles on 'em.
okay, yeah.
So tell me, what's a doppelganger doing running around with a bunch of
Look, just
wannabe?
easy money. I fit right in. Not a problem. That's all it is. Nothing else. No allegiances. Look. Hari is a bit loopy, but you know, she's a bit
dead now.
Yeah, she's dead. That's fine. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. That doesn't bother me at all. Just she made the coin flow, and Uktarl's kind of a jackass, and I didn't want to listen to him anymore. That's the only reason I'm here. That's it.
That's fair.
That's it.
All right.
Look. Yeah.
Story checks out from what we know.
So why are there so many humans down here pretending to be vampires?
Well, you know, you get young dumb adventurers coming down out of the portal, and they run into a bunch of vampires, and they're like, they shit their pants, man. And it's just, like I said, it's easy money. It's easy money. Just, hey, 5 gold for safe passage, 10 gold for safe passage, you know? Easy. Take it right back out, and, you know, head down to Skullport or up into the city and have yourself a couple good weeks. Nothing doing. You're not gonna kill me, are you?
This is despicable.
Like legitimately, I'm trying to figure out what the Order would want to do with someone with a changeling. Like, I'm like,
I level my spear at him.
I sit
Oh!
down next to him while they're doing all
We
this.
let you go.
Uh-huh.
We work an honest day's living.
I work as honest a day's living as I can.
Well, you seem to be able to make yourself look like anyone. You could make yourself look like someone from above.
Yeah,
Work a farm.
Been there, done that. The problem is as you've seen, you get smacked a bit, or you get sick or something like that, and sometimes things go a little wibbly wobbly. And as soon as people see that wibble go wobble, they don't like you so much anymore. They run you off your farm. They run you out your business. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So like his hands are, and he realizes he's getting a little sassy. And he's like, I mean, no disrespect meant or anything like that. I've tried the straight life, and it's harder than you make it sound, friend.
I'll go ahead and take my manacles back. I'll take them off of him.
Oh. Thank you much.
What sort of skills do you have?
You said you like making gold, right?
He shifts, right? You see this ripple, and there's this young woman standing in front of you, and he says,
my skills are, varied. Whatever are necessary at the moment.
Let me ask you something. Were you working in the yawning portal for Durnan?
No, I haven't been working there.
This creature looks at you like eyeing you up and down, right? Like, why would you ask something like that?
I also would like to know what you
Oddly specific there, kind of looks at you and he says, what are you?
I'm not the only one.
Well, I'll
you're still a werewolf, right? Like talking to him,
yeah,
right?
I'm a big ass toothy grin. And I'll be like
With these fucking horns.
Oh, wow.
I was definitely thinking just the tiefling
like
thing.
ram horns.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
You're terrifying looking.
Yeah,
dude, I got an hour of this, and I'm not wasting it.
He legit he'll let you know his name is Anastas.
Anastas.
And he says, look, I don't want any trouble. And honestly, all these folk, they wake up, they're not gonna want any trouble either. Look, Hari is crazy. And well, she was crazy. Look, you let us walk out of here and you'll never see us again.
My concern is that you start doing this elsewhere.
He looks at you with these kind of pleading eyes and he just says, I mean, if you honestly had a better plan for me, I'd hear it, but...
I look over at Bones and Ezrah. And I say, y'all have an interesting tavern.
You look
Maybe
over and
you could
Ezra's
work
picking
there.
through the vampire's body.
Looting the corpse, just like, what?
Just like,
That's good. No, it'd be like more like Gone with the Precious. It's like mine.
mine.
Y'all got an interesting impression of Ezra.
Honestly, I just let him go about his business and have him owe me one.
Give me your word. You're not going to hurt any more people.
Says, I'll give you my word, I won't hurt anyone unless I have to.
That's fair.
Can't promise you more than that.
That
not,
is reasonable.
Not with the life I have to live.
This giant werewolf-looking motherfucker says, "That's reasonable."
I step over
That's
to him,
reasonable.
and I hold out my hand.
You've got a pinky swear.
Takes it.
And I shake. And I say, I'll trust you.
While holding your hand, I need you to make a dexterity save now. While holding your hand, it actually shifts back to its real form, its doppelganger form. Like in a signifier of saying, like, if I'm gonna shake on this, I'm gonna shake on it as me, not as something else.
Okay.
Right?
Matt likes that. That's real cool.
And so Anastas will shake on it, right? And then kind of like, so the tension momentarily eased, right? The question comes, what are you gonna do with these incapacitated individuals? Like, you're basically deciding you're gonna let Anastas go free, but are you gonna, well, one, are you gonna take all his stuff? Or are you gonna take all of the stuff on the individuals? What are you gonna do? Like, what's the plan here? Are we rob them blind and leave them in the hallway scenario, or are
They got
we...
anything good?
Nothing good. Like I said, they all have scimitars and light crossbows, but they have purses on them. They have pouches.
I'm not interested in their little money.
Yeah, they have money.
I think their
We've
belongings
ousted
are
them
great.
from their location. Send them on their way. If we send them poor, we make more criminals.
Do I find anything on Haria?
Yes.
He's just
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out whether I need to say you find this thing or everyone finds this thing. Basically, I'm
Here's
trying
what
to
I
figure
propose.
out that. I don't want to do like looting in pieces. I want to do looting in
Okay.
like a chunk, if possible.
So here's what I propose, and I'm saying this to Anastas as well. First of all, you tell us about any little traps or anything you guys got going on around these parts, because I don't want to be surprised again. Second,
okay.
after we leave, you wake your buddies up, go about your way, but you owe me, and you owe them too. And I point to the rest of the party.
I owe him too.
Anastas will nod. And he'll say, sure. Did you kill the others?
No,
they
they're
dead?
alive.
Right.
We don't kill unless we need to.
Well, I'm just asking
No,
because I wasn't sure
I
how you
sometimes
got
kills.
here or why.
I don't kill unless I need to.
Ash is like.
I think likely the others will go back to Uktarl. They'll probably take them. I personally would rather just be done with this, so I will, once they're up and well enough to move, take them that way, and then I'll see myself out.
Is Uktar a bad person?
Kind of looks over and he says, not really any better than Haria. She's more bloodthirsty, but they'll stick a person just as quick if they won't turn over their money or if they slide him.
Oh, sounds like we might ought to deal with him.
I mean, all right, out of character, do we want to try to put this guy in our back pocket, call on him later? Because having a doppelganger just kind of to be able to call on might be really useful.
Oh yeah,
In
I've already
character?
listed him as a favor.
So do we want to like find out where he's staying or where we can find him?
Well, I mean,
In character?
Matashtai literally was
Matt
like,
doesn't like him.
oh, doesn't like the doppelganger?
Matt- No, the doppelganger Matt likes.
Okay, yeah, he's talking about the doppelganger.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
talking-
we're talking doppelganger.
They're talking about the doppelganger.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I missed there then.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they're talking about the doppelganger, and that's why I was saying, literally in character, Matashtai was basically making allusions towards maybe you just put him up in the lifted spirits.
He could perform.
Like instead of
could.
like letting him go about his business, if you guys want a doppelganger,
Why should he have to hide who
Have
he
a
is?
doppelganger.
He could perform as what he is at the
Yeah, you could do that. I don't really own it. Ezra's the only owner here.
I was busy waiting to figure out what I found to respond to that.
On Haria's body, you don't really find much.
Bitch.
She has a small locket, but she doesn't have anything else on her. A small silver locket.
Value?
No, nothing of real value. The locket probably has some value.
Well,
That's
so
what I was referring to.
Yeah, the locket has value. You could sell it.
Okay.
But yeah, if we wanted to give Anastas like an honest job, an honest living, I'm cool with that. But I don't think Ashes would feel comfortable hiring for a establishment he doesn't have any ownership over.
Sure. Like again though, like I'm going back to this point. Like technically, Ezrah is the only character that is on the ownership of the Lifted Spirits. But we're not gonna play for the next year and a half, 2 years, and have it be Ezra's the only person who gets to make decisions about the Lifted Spirits because he's the only person that's an owner. You're all players in this game. The house is inherited. You make group decisions. Okay? Like, that's a meta situation, but that's just what it is.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, we can send him up there. Whatever.
So that's whatever you guys
if he does
want
bad
to
stuff,
do.
we're gonna have to stick him.
Ezra will pocket the locket.
Pocket the locket.
And then he will pull out one of his ink quills, ink and parchment, and start scripting a letter to Sene.
Ooh, awesome, cool. Do you guys want to take like a short rest or anything while all this is happening? While this discussion,
but I won't say no to it.
With Anastas is happening, because he's not going anywhere anytime soon. The people you have knocked out
we need
aren't
to worry
going
about these
anywhere
guys waking
anytime
up
soon.
while we're
No.
resting?
They're out for hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
they are
like brain damage out. Damn.
You knocked them unconscious. They will probably take a quote unquote full rest and then wake up in 6 to 8 hours. Well, probably 4 to 6 hours.
Wow.
Okay. So just for those
Super
interested,
bad for
whenever I rest, long or short, my right vanishes. I get my max HP back. And I get my smites back.
So you do get to see the horrible sensation, though, that is Ash's de-transforming. Going.
If we're getting ready for a short rest, Matt does walk over to Bones and kind of clap him on the shoulder, and it's just like, that was really cool. We did that 2-on-2 fight over there.
Yeah, it was. We were flipping and shit.
I helped a little bit.
Yeah, you did, Ezra. Yeah, you did.
You helped a lot of bit. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Okay, real quick, guys. We haven't not had a break yet. So we're going to go ahead and take a break at this point. Take a quick 5-minute bio. We'll be back, and we will finish this off and continue. I think we're going probably until 10, so probably have another hour and 10 minutes or so. I meant to take a break earlier when we finished the fight, but then we got into... Like, I did not expect the whole, like... We're gonna knock people out and not be murder hobos. So that was cool.
Break.
Yep. So let's take a break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Let's play some more Dungeons and Dragons with Dungeons and Mad Mage. Okay, so we left off with a bunch of incapacitated folks, and I'm gonna say Anastas moves them over on the right side of the room, just kind of like lines them up, slumps them up, and then he goes over and he takes a rest, right? As you all are short resting. You have pretty much the run of the room, run of the area. What do you want to... Oh, actually, before we get too far involved in things, everyone can add 750 experience to their character sheets.
Yo, so I asked this man very specifically about any traps or what's going on in this area. Does he have anything to say?
So Anastas will say, Anastas, no, you don't have to beat it out of him. Anastas is very forthcoming at this point. He'll say, no traps, but I know Haria and Uktarl had like a secret room where they would go and talk. I don't know where it is. But there's that, and then, well, we haven't explored much more to the north because we were starting to, and then he kind of like points to the northern door and he says, there's a hall just out there, a bunch of pillars in it. We were exploring. There were a bunch of giant spiders. They got Gorvanal, so we kind of stopped that.
Damn, not Gorvanal.
That's it. That's all. I mean, Haria, I don't know anything about her room, and he points over to the room to the southwest, right? He says she kept to herself. She got that thing a while back, and ever since then she's been kind of like power mad. He points up to the room that all of the faux vampires came out of, right? He says that's our sleeping quarters. Nothing much in there, but have at it. They're not gonna complain, and if they do, fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Is there anything of value that we need to be aware of?
Says we got a bunch of food in there for shits and giggles.
We got a dude that brings us food.
I mean, I don't know as far as anything Haria has. You'd have to check her room. We don't have anything though. I mean, we have what we have on us.
All right. I point to the bones and say, "Hey, what do you know about these?
These fair game?
That was here when we got here.
These anybody claim these?
Nope.
I'm gonna take some of them.
Can I have
We
these
only
bones?
we only came up into this area a couple weeks ago. That was right before the split between Haria and Uktarl. We'd been slowly but surely trying to clear out this whole place, take it for ourselves. There were these floating things with tentacles in here previously. Two of them.
Good.
We killed them. They did something with the bodies. I don't know. I think they might have thrown them into the northern halls, but I haven't seen them for a while. But then the split with Haria and Uktarl happened, and then Gorvanal got killed, and we've basically just been sitting on our asses for the last 2 weeks.
Sure.
Ezra will come up to Anastas and hand him a piece of parchment.
Sure.
And I've pretty much written out a letter of recommendation to Sine, asking Sine to find work for this individual so they can earn their keep within the lifted spirits.
Sure. Okay. And he'll look at you and he'll say, "Really?"
Right. We have a couple of tasks that once we get topside we can further discuss. But until then, Sine is our keeper, and they will be sure to at least keep you in a situation where you can earn your keep and be upfront with him. Don't be secretive about your
Well, he'll say
well-bringing.
Yeah, Anastas will say, I'll reveal myself to him
And I
as
have
soon
made
as I
notes.
can. But I
have made notes
to travel through the city. Like he needs to.
Understandable, and I have put note in the script as well, just denoting that you are of a unique lineage, and we have not been opposed to unique situations that are maybe less frequent within the Waterdevian culture. So you should be, for the most part, fairly accepted.
Like looks at you and nods, and then he'll reach out his hand and like shake yours. And he'll say, Anastas Keenseeker, my full name.
King with a G?
Keen.
Oh,
okay.
Double E.
Although,
like my heart will find my blade will find the heart of a king.
King.
Like
that, you know what?
middle name Regicide?
I feel like I should.
I heard King Seeker, and I was like, oh fuck.
Feel like I should just retcon this, and his last name should be King Seeker.
Like
Because that just sounds.
King Seeker.
That sounds
His
real
actual
fucking
name
dope.
is A Nasty King Seeker.
No.
Anastas King Seeker.
No.
All right, that's what I have it in my notes. So
Sure, I'll change it. King Seeker.
Bro.
Oh,
Name is
Anastas, not Anastar. Anastas. Let me adjust that.
Damn, I want to be a King Seeker.
Right?
it's like a dope ass last name.
That's a friggin'
Like, see,
dope
okay,
name.
I would love to have that last name as a character, but I'd feel like being such a Mary Sue.
Super
Just-
pretentious, right?
Yep.
All of these are like randomly generated names, so.
You should ask him if he has any problems with working alongside a specter.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking
you three ghosts.
changeling.
So,
afraid of
so
ghosts?
that does not take very much time. What do you guys want to do with the rest of the time?
After I hand him that, I make my way to Haria's room.
Okay.
I want
And,
to look at some bones.
Ezra.
I'll follow Ezra.
Okay, Ashes, you're with Ezra.
I'm
Yeah.
actually
Bones, you're
fascinated
looking at
by
Bones.
what Bones is doing, and I'm just gonna hang out with him and just like see what
We'll do a
he's
split
doing
real
and
quick.
what he's
So,
about.
Ashes, catch up to Ezra for me, or are you having trouble moving yourself around with the internet that you
It's
have?
a little janky, but I'm getting
It's
there.
kind of laggy.
Gotcha.
I've been having a lot of problems.
Oh, well, a reminder, right? Every
Oh,
time,
yeah, keys.
whenever we take breaks, guys, refresh your roll 20 because that should
Maybe I
help.
should've had more than
Should
like
help
1
prevent
minute.
the lag. Well, not prevent it, but help reset the lag. Because the longer you're gonna be in roll 20, the more stuff that happens, the more roll 20 is hanging on, is catching that information. Okay, so Ashes and Ezra, let's start with you guys. You walk into Haria's room and you see in the corner of the room, the northwest corner, there is the remnants of a pile of flesh and blood, right? Almost as if formerly a flesh golem had been standing there, as if that had been its abode. And then there is a cot in the southwest of the room, and a small end table next to it, and then a small a set of like satchels, and then like a little couple of boxes, not like a actual chest or anything like that, but a couple of small boxes.
Ezra will start going through things, starting with the desk.
Sure. So real quick, going through everything as you take a once over of stuff. There's not a lot here. There is a disguise kit. There's a small selection of theater costumes and props. And then there is within the satchels, is like a small treasure trove. So there is, I'll just copy pasta it for you. There's 900 copper, 300 electrum, and 11 gold.
Wait, we got Electrum now?
Yep.
Apparently.
Yep.
Where's that in the hierarchy again?
In between gold, or in between silver and gold.
Yeah, gold and silver. It is 2 electrum to a gold and 5 silver to an electrum.
Why?
I agree.
Yeah, that's fucking awful. Can we not do that?
It's a $50 is what it is. Basically.
Can we just convert it straight to silver and never have to deal with that currency ever?
Nope.
Why do you hate me?
Because
Because
there's
I do.
there's literally a little slot on it on your character sheet for it.
I'm willing to convert
barely
down.
have to track
I'm willing
anything.
to take the extra weight.
Barely have to track anything.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna end my life.
Jeez.
Anything else, Jeremy?
I'm gonna end my life over this electrum
That's
piece.
all of value that you find in her room. You find a couple of other like little odds and ends. She has a little diary, right? But you flip through it and it's just her ranting. Basically, it's like a teenager's diary, ranting about how much she hates Uktarl, but also how much she loves Uktarl. It only takes you a few moments and you realize that they were previously in a relationship.
Yeah,
Of course they were. Yep, that tracks.
After that, I'm gonna start looking for secret.
Ooh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, roll me perception as you kind of like try to feel about,
May I
look about the room.
assist?
You 100% can.
Can this be investigation? Because I'm kind of up on the walls and feeling for stuff.
Investigation, like I want to make this
up on the
clear before we
walls.
get too far into things. The way I am running investigation for Dungeon of the Mad Mage, because I know there's a lot of back and forth between a lot of DMs and a lot of different games out there. Perception is seeing things, hearing things, smelling things, finding things, basically, right? Investigation is figuring out how things work. Piecing together information and figuring out, like if you find a trap, you would investigate to find out how it works. Or if you find clues or like a riddle or something like that, you investigate how it works, right? Investigating is trying to figure something out. Perception is finding stuff. Okay, so 13, because it's with advantage with Ash's assistance, right? You don't find anything of note. There is a little end cap on the cot, right? That has a it has a shard in it, right? And the back end of it has like a little heart etched into it. So you find an extra shard, but it was of sentimental value. Alright, so with Ashes and Ezrah done, Bones and Matt, what are you guys doing while they're away?
I'm looking at Bones.
Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of bones in this room. There are the remains of this great winged beast that has this massive stinger, right? Mostly bleached white bones there. And then there is the bone throne. What would you like to take a look at?
The beast bones.
Okay. What about them?
What kind of shape are they in?
So
are they in? Tell me about how do they look? What kind of shape are they in? Is this stinger bone or is this like cartilage or like carapace?
Gotcha.
Is there a poison sac in it?
So you would look through all of this. Roll me a nature check.
Are they like flaky? I think they'll be of use to me?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Some of this stuff is going to be immediately obvious. You're going to get
20.
that information, period. But this 20 is going to net you certain facts. Okay, so right off the bat, two things that you notice is that the stinger and the skull seem to be in way better condition than the rest of the creature's body, right? Most of the spine and the rib cage, and like the legs, where the leg bones and talons on the feet would be, Those there's a lot of structural damage there, a lot of fracturing, a lot of like wear and tear over the years. It looks like this creature hit the ground hard when it died and fractured multiple ribs. They're just shattered about, right? And then there's also the shards of this crystal strewn in and amongst the remains, right? So you notice that right off the bat. The 20 in nature tells you a couple things. There are multiple rows of teeth, right, to this creature. I'd also say with a 20 in nature, you've identified this as a wyvern, okay? So there are multiple rows of teeth, some of which are missing, right? Like someone has already pilfered some of these teeth, but there are still plenty to make use of if you wanted to, right? It's just not a full jaw set, okay? Sure. And then the stinger is made of some sort of carapace, some sort of hardened chitinous material, right? And there would normally be a venom sac or something akin to that in here, but you're able to like look through some of the desiccation and see that it is long since dried up.
Okay, cool. Let me just get like whatever I think is useful. So like teeth, any good looking claws. If there's a big ass femur that's good looking good, let me get that.
Of the things that you would think would be of use are
wingtips,
any of the teeth, and then the stinger itself. The rest of it is either in poor condition or shattered for the most part.
Okay, sure. So let's see. Make a subcategory: bones.
Yep.
Wyvern, stinger. How many teeth?
So you could probably net with the 20. I'm just gonna say 20 solid teeth.
20x.
Okay.
Wyvern teeth.
Okay. And they're not massive, right? They're not like dragon teeth.
Yeah. He's
right?
not a big
ass
dragon.
They're like a thumb, right? Each
still pretty
thing, dope. It's still pretty big. Each one is like a thumb, and it's a solid head. It's like chunking a rock, you know.
As he's doing this, I kind of tap his shoulder. I'm like, I pull out my bow. I'm like, those would make some pretty good arrowheads.
They could actually.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. And then
I could do that.
The stinger itself, right? There's a large kind of curvature to the stinger itself, and then an actual like bulbous scenario.
Boy.
It actually like immediately off the top of your head, it looks like if you hollowed out the chitin part, you could like make a portion to hold on the inside and use it as like a punch dagger.
Damn.
Cool.
You could potentially do other things with it, but that's what would immediately like come to your mind. There's definitely other applications that you could probably do, but you take the whole section of the stinger, the part that you would take is probably about 1.5 feet, right? And it weighs about 5 pounds.
Okay.
Now, once you hollow it out and make it into something, it'll probably weigh significantly less, but with everything that's there, you know, it'd probably weigh about 5 pounds.
Okay, I'm not worried about. Wait,
okay. Matt's just kind of tagging along as he's doing this and just helping out where he can.
Yeah,
he says, like, hold this while I...
Bones has an incredibly odd efficiency about him while he's picking over this creature's corpse. Right? This looks like a very practiced ritual for him. He takes stock of all of the different parts of the creature, right? And kind of like... I don't know whether you just do it mentally, Bones, or whether you make audible cues or anything like that, but you watch him go over the whole body, take note of what's good and what isn't, and then afterwards set about like harvesting materials.
Yeah. This is what he does. He's used to dealing with the guts though, with it.
Yeah, there's normally a little bit more mess. This is I don't know if this is like a pleasant change of pace for Bones or if he really enjoys the guts.
I mean, they're less fresh, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
As he's finishing up, Matt's gonna kind of go through like a kata of just like practicing with a spear and see if it's pulling in any direction.
Let me double check. I have a fucking chart for your damn shit.
Damn.
This is...
Pole chart. Roll on the pole chart.
Is it?
He said, "Put on the red light." Roxanne, it's stuck in my head now.
It's makeup to just cover your horns. Make them look like a part of your hair.
Hey, bitch, shut up.
Wow, someone's a little.
The only pull that
The
you
stream
get.
doesn't see the Discord chat.
The only pull that you get at this point, Matashtai, is deeper underground. At this point, you're
Down.
still
Okay.
too far away. Yeah, you're still too far away for it to pull in any direction other than just down.
All right, perfect. Then you finishes up the movements and then just.
I like that there's actually like a kata, a form that you go through to see, because you could just like hold it out and it probably
it's
wouldn't
not like
do
a
much.
hold
Right?
thing
Yeah.
for Matashtai.
Well, that's what I'm
It's-
saying. Like you could just hold it out, but I don't think holding it out, like you get like maybe a tug if you got close. But it's the putting motion into things, and it's because you're such a practiced martial artist that you can perceive these slight deviations in the kata to tell where it's actually like pulling. That's really cool.
Yep.
All right,
Hey.
all right.
Nasty. What's the deal with the throne?
Shit.
Anas. Ooh yeah, that's what I'm gonna call him. Anas.
He says, I don't know. They said not to mess with it. Ulrich, he's still a part of Uktarl's gang last I knew, but I wanted to say, he was with them when they first found this, and something bad happened to him. I don't know anything else other than that. Honestly, I kind of hate those guys, but no.
Yeah,
Gotta
same.
play
Hey, is there a
along.
way out of here without passing them?
He just says, not that I know of.
Dope.
All right, party.
I mean,
Anastas and the rest of them are going to be here for a couple more hours at least. What do you guys want to do? What's the
I
plan?
would love to take just a quick once around on this here throne.
This here
Just see
bone
what's
throne?
up.
Sure.
Yeah, the bone throne.
Bone throne.
bone throne. Check out that bone throne.
I mean, I'd just like to see what's up. I mean,
All right, so once again, right, you
See
see
what I
there,
can
it is a
tell about
high-backed throne made of interwoven
Sure.
bleached bones, and each of the throne's bone armrests is carved to resemble a fanged serpent. There is a velvet seat cushion on the throne, but other than that, it kind of looks unpleasant to sit in.
it does look unpleasant to sit in.
Yep.
I guess we could just ask Uktar. I mean, before we stick him.
You have an 18 perception, right?
Passively, yes.
You can probably lift up the seat cushion.
Okay, I definitely try that, but I don't want to be right up on there when it happens. I want to lift it up with probably with my pole, because I don't want my weapon to get blown apart when this thing blows up.
Boom!
I
Blown
could
apart.
Mage hand
Hey,
it
let
for
me
you if you want.
lift up like her sword. Maybe it'll blow it up, clear out of my hand.
Dude, I told you I can get that out of your hand right now.
Not gonna happen.
You can't get
That
it
is not
out of
gonna
his
happen.
hand. You can get his hand off of him.
Well, I can.
There's a
I can get
difference.
a portion of your hand off of the sword.
That's fair. Okay, so what
Not
what
all
are
of
you
it.
doing? Are we mage handing? Are we using the 10-foot
I'll
pole? What's
I'll
happening?
defer to the mage hand.
Yeah. Ezra, so you go about mage handing, right?
Yeah, if that's what he wants, I will stand 30 feet away and.
I will stand the full distance away.
Yeah,
Utilize.
if there's a way I can have something kind of in front of me, it is in front of me.
You stand slightly behind Ashes.
Ashes is in front of me.
Hey, what?
Okay.
All right.
You begin to lift the seat cushions, and you see the snake armrests whoosh, both come to life and strike out at the spectral hand. And then, almost as quickly, right, they settle back down. But at this point, the spectral hand has lifted the cushion, and you can see there is nothing. There's a secret compartment underneath, but there's nothing there. It has long since been discovered and plundered.
Whew. Yeah, don't do that.
I have a question real quick.
Yep. But
About
good
the
job
cursed
foiling
sword.
that trap. Yes.
So, my question with the cursed sword, does it seem like Ash's hand is stuck to it, or does it feel like his hand is forced to close on it?
Feels like his hand is forced to close on it. Like he feels like he has an iron grip on this sword.
Alright. Hey, Ashes.
Hey, man.
Might
what's up?
have an idea to
Paralyze
help you out with that. I don't know how it's gonna work, though.
Paralyze his ass. Let's do it.
Are you gonna try to have him willingly fail a stun?
I'm going to have him willingly let me stun his ass.
Okay.
Break his spine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I will say, I do like to try to prove my trust in people I'm working with. So, I will trust you. Do not hurt me badly. Do not
Wait.
fuck this up.
Let Ezra
I
get
will
another
try
mage hand
very
out, 'cause
hard
I'm not
not
touching
to
that
injure
thing.
you.
Okay. So the plan is
I want to strike his forearm specifically. I don't know if it makes a difference. It doesn't in the context of that.
Sure,
actual
sure.
ability,
Yeah.
But I want to focus on his forearm.
You-
I want to stun
yeah,
his arm
sounds great.
into losing the grip on this weapon.
100%. Sounds fantastic. Okay, so this is automatically a hit, but I do need
Okay.
you to roll damage.
All right.
You're gonna. This is gonna be. This
is
is gonna be the worst frog you've ever received.
Yes.
So you like, boom, into like the small of his elbow, right? And so you can willingly choose to fail a saving throw, right?
which
so
I will do.
You have to burn a key point to stunning strike
I do
him.
use a key point.
Okay. And then so Ashes is stunned. And his hand spasms, right? And the sword clatters out of his hand.
What the?
Hits
fuck?
the ground, clatters out of his hand.
yeah!
Ching, 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 ching. And there's a
Good
moment
idea.
there's a moment legitimately where Ashes is just like in momentary shock, and then that moment passes as the stun wears off, right? And he looks at you and he kind of like blinks his eyes and like, holy shit, that hurt, right? And he
Like
shakes
the
his
feeling
hand.
comes back and it
Yeah.
feels like you've been sitting on. Your
He
arm
shakes
for an
his
hour.
hand and then whoosh, the sword reappears in his hand.
What?
Teleports off the ground and back into his hand.
I should have left the room.
We should have dropped it in a bag of holding, is what we should have done.
Fuck
Oh
that.
no! I felt so smart for like 5 seconds.
That could have been so good.
Oh.
Damn. Guess you're just gonna have to get her decursed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was accounted for in the enchantment, the cursed enchantment of this
Damn it.
item.
That's
Damn,
good though. That's good though. I like that.
We thought you were really smart, dude.
All right. Anastas kind of
Well, I
like
just took 5 damage for
chuckles
nothing.
at this scenario. Yep, Ashes takes 5 damage for no real reason. And so it's at this point. It was worth a try.
Possible damage, though.
It was worth a try, right? So I think at this point, right, you guys have a decision ahead of you. Do you head back south to Uktarl, Or do you?
Oh, so
do you explore
I want to have
north
this actual conversation
into
in
the range?
character.
Yeah.
Matt, kind of like as we're all like finishing up here, has Anastas left or is he still
No,
chilling here?
they're
No,
here
he's still
for
here
they're
with
here
his
for
boys.
several hours.
Okay,
We
okay.
fucked his boys
Um,
up mentally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Several hours.
I'm gonna kind of like gather the group and I'm gonna say, all right, guys. So I don't know how y'all feel, but I don't like the idea of leaving this Uktarl in charge of this area. It sounds like he's taking advantage of adventurers trying to do good down here.
It doesn't sound like he's doing it. That's what he's doing. 100%. That's what's happening.
I don't think it needs to come to combat, but
I think you're delusional.
What, are we just going to slap him on the wrist and he's going to be, oh, okay, let me just get out of here and live an honest life?
well, what I meant to say
You
is
never know.
I don't want to go in swinging. But maybe we give him the opportunity to leave without being hurt. Tell him that we are representatives of
The Lords of Waterdeep?
I think those are the people that talked to me. All I heard was you're going in the Undermountain. I said, yeah.
They're definitely the Lords of Waterdeep, or some of the Lords of Waterdeep. Yep.
But maybe we tell them that, and maybe it scares them off.
I will say, I have dealt with unsavory people before. Your optimism is, it's refreshing.
To be fair, I kind of already sort of told him something of that accord when we met him.
Did you, though?
That we were sent here to...
You called him Lord and accepted everything he said.
You did do that.
Because he's a vampire and had vampire friends, or
He's
so we
definitely
thought.
not
I
a
mean,
vampire, my dude.
At the point that those words got said, they were valid words to say.
thought
Just saying.
That's true.
It
Okay,
was being
fine.
political.
But maybe we use this knowledge as leverage.
All right, well, offer him the out. That's fine.
I shouldn't talk, though, because I'm pretty sure I'll get in a fight with him.
Okay. Sure. Gotcha. Fair.
I'd just as soon stab him as look at them, be honest with you.
So,
I can talk if you want, but I don't know these fancy words y'all have here.
Y'all.
I'm really committing to like the fucking country boy thing.
gotcha.
Okay, so Ezra, offer him the out. Don't
now?
call him Lord again.
So what are we saying then? I tried to be political last time, but apparently that was inaccurate.
Look, bro, we know you're not vampires. We were sent here by the Lord's Alliance. You're done here.
GTFO. Ignore that. I hate this laptop.
You're fine.
So I learned this from another order within the Presidium. They're known as Oathbinders. Speak from a position of power.
oh.
Speak to them like you expect them to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go for intimidation, I think I can get you covered.
Maybe you do the talking, Ashes.
So, after this conversation, do you guys want to go back south to Uktarl, or do you want to go
Yes.
north?
I think so.
We want to go back south because we're gonna fight Uktarl. I don't want to fight giant spiders first.
All right. So, I guess start moving yourselves.
All right.
So as your head, like, I mean, you had this conversation openly, right? So as you're leaving, Anastas basically says, "Hey, good luck," and
See you top
you know,
side.
if worse comes to worse, just do to them what you did to us. Cut the head of the
That can
snake
be
off.
arranged.
Well, he says cut the head of the snake off, and there probably won't be too much fight with him. He will say, "Oh, watch out for Benedict. He's like me."
Oh,
Benedict Cumberbatch?
interesting. Benedict was the pink notated one, the one that guided us up here, right?
No, that was Brahm,
No.
but Benedict was the
Oh.
one that Uktarl sent off originally to go check and see if any of Haria's people were about. He's the
Oh,
one
so
that
we know
you
what he
met
looks
on the
like.
way back.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you. I mean, when you guys head back down there, you're not going to know which one he is by sight because all the tokens are the same. But you, as players, your characters would know Benedict. You saw him and you heard his name.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
I'll
that's
mark
true.
him for you if you would like.
As we're walking though, I start telepathically messaging Bones, and I say, "What do you think we do? What do you think about us doing the same thing we did in the last one? You and I focus the boss. Ashes takes the fodder."
Sounds fine to me.
Huh?
And as we
I'm
continue
going to assume
walking,
you
I
guys
then
are kind of
message Ashes.
moving at a group at this point, so everyone
Yeah,
move
yeah.
themselves up to the stairs point.
I then message Ashes with a similar message saying, let's keep doing what we did in the last fight. I think you charging the fodder worked really well.
You got
Moving
it.
them around because they wouldn't have just stood in the same place. But, okay.
I'll take
But
care of
they
the
wouldn't
jobbers.
have.
They wouldn't have
and then
just stood there
I
for an
mentally
hour and a
message
half.
Ezra, and I say, what do you got left in the tank?
Used one spell.
I only used a little bit. I've got one more chance to stun a couple guys, but if they're anything like they were when we first came in, they're a little bit more spread out than the gentleman who filtered through a doorway. So might not be able to get them all.
Okay.
Fine, Gingham's
And then I've got some smaller stuff that I can throw around depending on the situation. But so we'll see what happens.
Bones and I are gonna rush the big guy. If things get hairy and you need help, call out, and I can try to get back to you.
Should I try to include him in the incapacitation thing?
If you can get it without us being in it.
I've got things I can do. If it works, I've never really dealt with vampires, so I yeah.
Are you still?
I don't know if it'll work.
This is all telepathic right now.
Yeah.
We're
Gotcha.
strolling down the hallway.
Yeah.
I've had these conversations one-on-one.
Sure. So you guys leisurely take your time getting here, right? You don't run down here.
Yeah, we're not
because
rushing.
otherwise
Not
those conversations would not have been able to have.
We are being quiet about it too.
But you're being quiet about your conversations, but even being quiet about your movement, like Bones alone moving might be able to sneak up on them, but they're kind of waiting, right? So as you come towards the entrance, right, they notice that you all are coming, and Uktarl steps forward and he says, "Ah, you're back. Been a few, so I was starting to get worried. But," he kind of looks you over and he sees that you are not like fresh, like you took some fight. There was obviously some fighting, right, that happened, right? Even though you all have rested since. And he says, "Well, Looks like you all were the victors. Did you bring me her head? And he kind of smiles.
Ashes, in your mind, you hear, hate.
What? I'm sorry, you cut out?
Oh, I said,
Yeah,
hate
you cut
this
out
guy.
telepathically, my dude.
He cut out telepathically. Nice.
Sorry, it's a bad connection.
So Uktarl again. He says he'll press. Come, tell me, she's dead, yes, and the rest of her folk.
I will start stepping down the stairway, a single step at a time, very slowly, and with each step,
Ooh,
I slowly start transforming into a werewolf in front of them.
Damn! Oh shit, we
so
getting
we
it.
are not off on the outfit.
Immediately, like the
This is
bones
not
start
according
to
to plan.
pop.
This is not
click.
according to
No,
plan.
no,
It's just-
wait,
Right?
wait.
Yeah.
And as so, he says, in the name of the Order of the Sharp Teeth, you have been judged. You have been...
Wow.
Uktarl
around as
draws his scimitar and screams, "Kill them! Kill them!" And
Oh, fuck!
we're going into
All
combat.
Fearlessly went to shit.
Yep. Nope. Straight out the window.
Well,
I fucking love it, Jay. Nice job.
Yep.
Way to stick to your guns, man.
Yep.
yeah, fucking hilarious.
Select your token.
I was
Roll
going
initiative.
I was going for super intimidation.
Yeah, well, they're intimidated, all right.
No,
Intimidated into fucking attacking us.
there's definitely a
shit.
difference between intimidation and them watching. Like, there is horror across many of their eyes, right? Nope. Mm-mm. I gotta get my my initiative macro set up for next time. I wonder why it's not working as is. Roll bulk macro.
Oh, hey, Jeremy.
Yeah, what's
the
up?
stunning thing, did that happen before or after our short rest?
After.
Okay. Then I have 4 key points.
Nope, it's not there. Okay, that's my bad. I gotta do it myself. Okay, so just as a note, this is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Hit me with some combat music when you get a chance.
I'm about to. I'm just trying to roll
It's
all
important. We
these
have to get in the
bad
mood,
boys.
Jeremy.
I gotta get my initiative tracker or my initiative macro for next time though, because it takes way too long to individually roll everyone. Okay, let's do some new stuff. Let's do Nocturnus.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I think I've heard this one.
He does the.
Yeah.
All right, and fucking you terrify Uktarl to the point he is first, right?
He's like, oh shit!
He is first. He sees this freaking werewolf running or stepping down the steps, transforming. 30 feet, 50 feet.
Oh, he's
turns
running.
around.
Oh,
He
this little
turns,
bitch.
he turns
Oh,
and
shit.
bolts.
This little bitch.
Turns and bolts.
You know he's got something bad in that room.
One
though.
of the faux vampires, the humans that are faking being vampires, right? Screams at this werewolf transforming, draws a light crossbow and fires off.
Which one is doing this?
Miss.
That
what
is
is he
this
shooting
one
at?
over here. He
Shooting
is
at me?
shooting at you. Yeah, he's shooting at you.
Oh shit!
With my Lycan form up, I have 19 AC.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Ching, it hits, but it kind of just like breaks off the bristling fur. Like it kind of like disappears in the transformation, right? All right, and then Bones is up.
Okay. So these dudes are standing their ground then, huh?
Some of them.
All right. Did the guy directly in front of me just fucking shoot 1, 2, 3?
No, it's this one over here. Shot. The one directly in front of you is Braum, actually.
Okay. 15,
That's
20, 25.
yeah.
And are these like, I forgot, are these pillars or statues?
They're statues of
So I need to
Waterdeepian
go around
nobles. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not large enough that you can't walk through the spaces.
Alright, I'm gonna come down here and as I'm coming down, I'm gonna pull out my boomerang. I'm
Okay.
gonna wing it at I don't know, I'm gonna assess. I'm gonna do an ocular pat down of
Mhm.
Braum.
The ocular pat down.
Does
Okay.
Braum look like he's ready to fight? Does he look like he's about to go?
He has a scimitar in hand. Like they all either drew scimitars or crossbows when
Yeah,
Uktarl
but
shouted.
does he have
right?
Does he have intent?
He's seen you run at him, so he's like, yeah, he's at the ready.
Alright, if he's got the intent, I'm gonna whip the boomerang at him.
Wha!
10 feet! Ha!
Whack! Right in the face.
Boomerang!
Oh my god, that would hurt so bad.
26!
Boom! Just right in the forehead, crumples.
Oh.
Like there is this. The lightning goes off and he just crumples.
Yeah, what's up?
Done.
I'll take my, what will I do with a bonus action? Will I do anything? I'll do a bonus action dash, and I will walk into, guard where my boomerang is. Since I've already used my action,
Something
my
I'm gonna
free...
guard my boomerang.
Well, because I've already used my free item interaction, I can't, like, scoop it back up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna act real excited, like I'm a crazy motherfucker that they probably shouldn't mess with. Like,
Okay.
woo! What now?
You're a lying tabaxi that just boomerangs someone in the face. So yeah, that's pretty much the point going in their
From 10
minds.
feet away. Pop!
Right? You know what I think about every time I think about Bones? From Mortal Kombat, the guy that fights at the very beginning in the sand and he whips his head back and he has the dreadlocks and they whip back, right? That's what I think of every time I think of like Bones like yelling or roaring or like putting on a show. I think of him like whipping his mane back and it looking like that, right? That's just I'll have to find a clip of that and send it to you sometimes. Because that's
Yeah,
what
so
I think
easy.
about every time.
So I'm eyeing these motherfuckers crazy, like,
Yeah.
like. And then
Where
it's
did
my
you
turn.
go? Are you over
on
his
top of the
body?
man.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
on top of the man.
I'm gonna put it.
I'm
I'm
guarding my
put it to back.
boomerang.
Sure. Okay. So this one in the back. Runs into the open door to the southwest or southeast.
Yeah, you probably should.
Just runs. Benedict looks at you, Bones, and Benedict's a little hardier than the rest of them, so Benedict steps forward and goes about boxing, right? So Benedict's gonna go try to slam you.
Welcome to the jam.
Come on and slam.
Yeah,
And
that'll hit.
5 damage. Do you want to uncanny dodge or anything?
Do I want to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
second
I'll-
one's gonna,
I'll-
second
I'm
one's
gonna
gonna be way more
uncanny
damage.
No, I'm not uncanny dodge.
Okay, so you take 2 damage instead. You're able to have it just clip you, and then the second one comes, and it does
Yep.
6 damage.
Sure.
Okay. So no big, so you take 9 damage as he basically just like steps in and boxes, but you see this time kind of like knowing ahead of time what he is, you see like his fists bulge and they move supernaturally quickly compared to like a normal human punching, right? So
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
all right, that is that. This one, Rose is going to
Rose?
Yeah, Rose is going to step forward.
Is this
Here,
the last name
up-
Jeremy?
Nope. Older Down, actually, is her last name. She pulls out a crossbow and fires off into the cluster. Probably at the werewolf, let's be honest. 23!
But 7, because
Jeremy.
you can't be crit.
Except you don't gain the benefits of your armor when you are in werewolf
Yeah,
mode,
dude.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
It says that
Oh,
my
okay.
armor
Okay.
will stretch
Cool,
to fit
cool.
my.
I'm just double check. All right, great then. So it is
How
not a
does
magic,
non-magical armor stretch to fit you?
right?
His word
It doesn't say
armor, so
no.
does it matter?
Yeah.
It just says.
I think it's just a clause in there to make werewolves not have to deal with the DM going every time you transform into werewolf, you're losing that armor, buddy. Right? You know, it's
Oh,
just
dude, my AC
it's a
would be
clause.
Sounds like a
fucking
case to not wear
nothing.
armor.
Well, your AC would be nothing, right? But you still take half damage from most weapons, including this
Yeah.
one. So you take 3 damage, since you can't be crit, and you, I mean, technically you can be crit. You just don't take the damage from a crit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 damage your way, and then it is your turn.
All right.
Let's see if you attack me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
you
I
took
took
3
damage.
damage.
So
I don't think you can fail this. You have a +3, don't you?
I mean, and I've got to beat a 10
Oh, you have to beat a
10
10 every
minimum.
time? 10 minimum. Oh, okay.
every time. And it's half of the damage I've taken, or 10, whichever's higher.
Gotcha. So it's a concentration check.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Great.
So you guys hear,
I'm really glad I'm
you
not back
hear Ash's roar and lose control. So
You should maybe not turn before you're in.
you immediately make
I
a
was gonna walk in, but
You-
fucking
you immediately make a melee attack, right?
yeah.
Come at me.
It's at your
Let's go.
discretion.
And
Who I had.
Matt's a 1, Ezra's a 2. Roll a 1d2.
I feel like it makes more sense for him to attack me because I'm in sight.
I also
Like
feel
Ezra's
that.
behind him.
And he also hurt me earlier.
I did. I
Yeah.
punched him.
Go into
Peace out,
Ezra.
Ezra.
Make a swing.
I'm sorry, Jake. I tried.
It's a single attack, right?
It is.
Okay.
And
Like it's not a single attack action. It's just a single attack.
Yeah, it's an attack.
The attack.
16.
16.
That probably did.
You gonna let it hit, Ezra?
I can't do anything to
shield?
stop it.
Do you have shield?
No, I don't have shield.
Oh.
Could
No,
I
shield.
be a
thought you had
D-bag and be
shield.
like, I'm doing this specifically with the curse sword, or
No, I think like you attack with the weapon that you would.
He's raging. It's in his
Yeah.
right hand. He's right-handed.
all right, that's
You're not
Plus
weak to
2.
silver damage, are you? Okay.
Fucking walloped your ass.
So you
too.
take 13 damage, Ezra.
I'm bloodied.
Ezra immediately
damn
goes
it.
bloodied. And then the rage only lasts for 1 attack, right?
correct. I regain control.
So yeah, like Ashes turns and just slashes into Ezra, and then almost immediately afterwards, there's a flash of recognition in his eyes, and just like oh no, as he regains
This is-
control
this
and
is
he
gonna make things
realizes
awkward.
what he has done.
Suddenly it's not so fun to have a werewolf.
And then do you
No
get
healers!
to do your movement or anything like that?
It doesn't specify. I'm going to leave that up to you.
Let's double check because I think you probably would.
You must move directly towards the nearest creature to you and use the attack action.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
That's all it
specify.
says.
Yeah, but it specifies that that's what you're doing with the rage.
Yeah, but my movement was nothing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But it's saying for your turn, this is what you do. You don't make the attack
Okay.
and then you can do whatever you want. It's you do this.
Okay.
So your turn would end there. Brahm is dead, so he's off the tracker. So we go to Ezrah, who has just been slashed.
Ow.
Yeah.
Use your potions.
What would you like to do, Ezra?
I'm gonna step away from the fucking frothing lichen.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, you don't get to move after you frothingly hit someone?
Nope.
No.
Oh, that's fine.
Because it says move towards the nearest creature and make a melee attack against them. That's what you do for your turn.
I'm chill touching the doppelganger, by the way.
Okay. That actually misses, unfortunately.
Cool.
So he's like in boxer mode and like he ducks as he's punching at bones once and it swipes over his head. Matashtai, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna yell at Ashes to get a grip. Get a hold of yourself.
Smack him.
I don't want to smack him because then he's gonna take damage.
Stunning strike.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to rush in. So I'm gonna actually just use my bonus action to Step of the Wind and spend a
Okay.
key point
Awesome.
so that
So
I
you
can
dash.
get in where I need to be.
Definitely.
And then I'm gonna get over here. I'm actually gonna go here. And then I'm going to whap with the two-handed.
Whap! Ooh, that'll hit.
Okay. Damn, you guys pop up as blocking me from being able to click my fucking thing. There we go. I clicked it twice by accident. There's the first one.
You stab him in the throat.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm
Right in
gonna.
his freaking throat.
I say him. Yeah, you stab Hildegard in the throat. Oh, actually, oh shit. Holy crap.
He's real excited about something.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So this person is like looking over at Brahm's broken corpse. And you just like rush up and stab them in the throat.
Yeah, well.
And
Maybe they should yield.
Hildegard and Brahm Redstream now lay dead.
After stabbing that person in the throat, I rip the spear out of their throat sideways at the person to the right of them.
Damn. Demand that they yield.
No. I'm killing this person.
Not that person, the rest of them.
Oh,
Damn, we just
Yeah, that
ended
hit.
their line.
wait, no. It's a 9,
Oh,
right?
it's not an advantage, actually.
Yeah, it's not an
anymore.
advantage. So the 9 will miss.
Alright.
So
that is
this
the end of my
one,
turn.
this woman actually like jumps, shrieks as you stab the
There's just
person
a
next to them in
wave
the
of
throat.
blood as
Yeah,
the fucking
and just
spear
shrieks and
rips
just
out.
like jumps back. Okay, you done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ulrich will run and join his sister Alexia in fleeing this godforsaken place.
Yeah, probably a good choice. Job, Ulrich.
This one will yell out, I'm coming, Rose, and flank Matt, basically. Draw a scimitar, flank Matt, and try to slash him in the back with advantage. That is a critical hit. There's gonna be some 10 slashing damage there, Matashtai.
Oh, that's fucking hurts.
Yeah.
He flanked me, this
yeah.
bitch ass motherfucker.
So
I knew I should have stayed up there.
So this lady will yell out, "I'm coming, Rose!" Flank Matashtai, slash him across the back, and then kind of like cheer at having gotten the good shot on.
Guess
on
who
you.
dies first?
And this guy will draw a scimitar, rush forward, 25. He can't. He can. He's gonna rush forward and spin around Bones to flank him for a scimitar attack. That's a 20 for 2 slashing damage. I rolled a 1. Holy shit. Alright. And then Avery will... Avery will take a little step back, take a crossbow shot at Matashtai.
Okay.
This is just at normal. A 21. 3 piercing damage.
I'm gonna deflecting shot the fuck
Oh,
out.
yeah!
The shit out of that.
Monk boy! I didn't even think about that. So she, twing! This crossbow fires off.
I'm then going to spend a key point to fucking redirect it to the person who just attacked me.
You don't have to redirect it back to the same person. You can throw it at any target.
Oh, that actually I'm not 100% sure on. Let me double check.
I mean, he said he wanted to send it back to the person who just attacked him.
Yeah, but I think he's talking specifically about the person.
Sorry,
who
I meant the
crit
person who just did 10 damage to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
The dude's right next to you. How are you gonna make a ranged weapon attack right next to you?
That is true, actually. If you make a ranged weapon attack against them, it'll be a disadvantage. Because you're in melee with them. Actually, if you make a ranged weapon attack, period, you're gonna have disadvantage because you're in melee.
That is not how I understood that.
I mean, isn't that how ranged weapon attacks work when you're in melee?
I thought it was just if you made a ranged weapon attack against someone who is also in melee with you.
It's if anyone is...
Period.
So typically a ranged attack is if anyone is within melee of you, it's a disadvantage attack.
Because the concept is you're not paying attention to the person right on you to pay attention to someone else away to make a ranged attack against them. So,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
This is not how I understood it before.
I get you.
I'm confident. I'm going to go for it.
So who are you going at?
I'm going to try and deflect the missile at the person behind me.
Okay, fantastic. So a ranged weapon attack against that individual?
Oh, now
Oh,
one. That sucks.
no.
Right.
So you whoosh, and they're like, that's impressive, and then you turn and flick, and this bandit, right, because that's what they are, manages to just move her head, and the bolt just whoosh, actually shatters off of the statue behind her. Okay, if that is the end of your turn, Alright. Hildegard is dead.
I don't like that he's moving up here.
Bones.
Yeah, he's in a sacred area, bro. He's running away.
Bones is up.
They clearly had like a lover's tunnel. It probably stinks from all the bullshit they were doing up in there.
From all the sex is what you wanted to say.
That's what I was gonna say, and then I didn't.
Bones, what would you like to do?
You can't say the S word.
Say the sex word as much as you want. I don't give a shit. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Let's do this.
I don't want to die here.
Let's not do that then.
I haven't hit this man in front of me.
Okay.
The last guy just kind of fell over, though.
I would smash out the little fuckers first.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get my double bladed scimitar, and I'm going to swap him. The guy behind me at normal.
Okay.
So 21.
That'll hit.
I don't get sneak attack though, unfortunately.
And because of that, he still stands.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
though
assume
severely
still dead.
injured.
Finish him with the follow-up.
Nope.
I was gonna say, so I'll go ahead and finish her with my little tail spike. Ooh, no, I won't.
Ooh, no. Unfortunately, that does miss.
I'll definitely try though. And I, yeah.
So you do the cut on the upper shoulder portion that just like sends the spray of blood, right? And this guy screams out in pain, but he kind of like falters backwards from the force of the blow. So when you go to swap at the midsection to like disembowel him, he's just out of your range, right?
All right, I'll just move right here just so I can't get boxed in.
Sure. Okay.
And then I'm done.
Oop, oop, oop. So the Alexia will dash off, and then it is Benedict. And Benedict kind of looks around.
It doesn't have to be this way.
You say that?
Yeah, that's what I shout.
You'd be like, yo, your friend, what's his face is high.
He looks at you,
Thank you.
Bones,
Name drop.
right? He looks at you.
We know what you are.
No, I'm not saying that.
And
It's okay.
You be you.
and he punches you.
Whatever.
That's a 10. That misses.
Yeah, no.
That misses.
22.
Okay,
that
yeah,
hits. Okay, so you miss the first one you dodge out of the way of, and then he kind of like uppercuts you, like, or just like left hooks you in the chest, right?
I'm gonna take the full 8 because I have another thing I want to do with my action.
Gotcha. And he, after he hits you, he looks at you,
Scout.
and he just like, he turns,
Yeah.
and he starts to back away.
God damn it. God damn you. Well,
You want to stab him, or you just gonna let him go?
I'm just gonna let him go. I'm not
Okay.
gonna stab him as easily. I
So
want
he
to
like,
hit more.
you duck one hit,
I
and
wish
he
I was
boom
thinking
hits you in the
dodge now,
side,
goddammit.
right? And then he like he thinks for a second, looks, and then he like puts his hands up, and he kind of like backs away, to the back of the room.
In hindsight, if we were being smart, you should have disengaged and come and murder this dude over here.
All right,
Yeah,
so
but
that
I
is the
can't
end of
do
your
my full
turn.
action.
Rose drops
You
her
can't use your bonus?
crossbow, raises, pulls a scimitar, and attacks Matashtai with advantage. Ooh,
Oh, yes, I could have.
13.
Ching ching.
Misses, right? Not as lucky as Evelyn, and she yells out, "Evelyn, go, we could get him! We could get him!" I think that is it.
Guess
Ashes, you're up.
All of that. I forgot.
Ashes seeing Uktar bounce, and after having seen what he had done to his ally, feeling very stupid, he's going to drop to all four
Oh shit.
and
Skeet,
dash
Yeah, go after him.
towards Uktar's last known coordinate.
Hunt him.
This will provoke an attack of opportunity from this guy right here.
So he hears you coming, right? And as you come, at first you see fear, and then when he realizes you're going past, you see this glimmer of malice, and he kind of like ducks low, and he tries to like slash you across the
look at
flank
him
as you're running
sees him,
across.
I'm like, that's not.
He does it anyways.
That's not. You're gonna regret this.
And so he slashes. That's a 6. That's a miss. That's
That's
very
oof,
much
my
a miss.
dude.
Oof, my dude.
That'll be in
indeed.
turn.
All right, so Ashes just goes rushing by, and then we're up to Ezra.
I can't even
Scott
fucking
is-
see Ezra.
What's your full dashing speed?
60 feet.
Whoa, damn! Yeah, I didn't know you were that far back.
I mean, you
Yeah,
are...
because I spent my turn not moving.
Oh yeah.
Also, you are Tabaxi Rogue Boy, so you move real quick. Ooh, ow. What you doing, Ezra? You are muted. If you're talking.
He's gonna touch someone.
Chill touch.
chillingly.
Who you chill touching?
The injured individual.
You're killing Charles, not Charles. No. So he like ducks and whoosh goes to slash, and I imagine like Bones is right there in the way. So I imagine Ashes just kind of like jumps him and Bones, like jumps the slash and Bones and crashes down on the other side. And as he's like turned looking, the spectral hand just like comes up above his skull, above his head, and just goes whoosh down into him. And he just like shrieks and collapses.
Told him.
Nice.
You did tell him. Okay, so he's done. Anything else, Ezra? Nope. Okay, Matashtai, you are flanked, and these two, some better, some worse.
I'm still facing Rose here. As I'm facing her, I drop my spear onto my shoulder and then thrust backwards at the person behind me.
Okay.
Making an attack one-handed at Evelyn.
Gotcha. Little fake out there. Little fake out. Let's see how that hits. Definitely hits.
After
like hits her, like hits off the head. Is it this with the blade, the spear blade, or the
that's
butt?
with the spear blade? Yeah.
Okay, so like hits off the blade, and there's this gout of blood, and she like stumbles backwards. You almost like pierce through her head, but you just barely missed. She's like on death's door.
I then bring back the blade and then throw an elbow into her stomach.
She screams, and that causes her to... Yeah, you hit. And you cave in her chest, and she crumples.
Great.
Just sack of potatoes.
Then after
Rose
finishing
shrieks.
Evelyn...
He goes, Evelyn, no!
I look at Rose and I say, yield.
Fuck you!
Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna do a bonus action flurry of blows.
It's fine. It's your non-traditional life partner.
The 11 will miss. The 13 will hit.
Okay. 6 damage.
6. Okay, so yeah, you like punch her in the clavicle. You hear this shatter, right? And she shrieks in pain, but she is still standing. Gonna
Due
try
to
and
my
do what she can.
strike on the second attack, I now have agile parry, raising my AC to 19.
Yep, sounds good.
Damn.
Yep, he's got some cool Bowflex stuff going on. All right, so if that is the end of your turn, look, sometimes shit just comes out of my mouth. I need you to calm it down. Okay, so Ulrich is dashing away with his sister. Evelyn is dead. Charles is dead. Avery is going to fire off another... Actually, no. She's going to fire off a shot at the werewolf that is now just stampeding through the hall. The 20. That's a 20.
God damn it, Jeremy.
Definitely hits. So, but it's not a magical weapon, so you take 4 damage.
Taking 4 damage.
And when it's like takes the hit, right? And when the creature doesn't stop, Avery kind of like just turns and runs to the southeast.
Out of there, SpongeBob.
Then we have he is actually just off the turn order for now. If he needs to come back on, I will put him on. Bones, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to pick up my fucking boomerang and just hold it for now. And I'm just going to take off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to go ahead and tabaxi.
Tabaxi rush.
10, 15, 20, 25,
So
30.
as you approach, right, as you come rushing forward, Benedict, right, like his hands had been up as he'd been like kind of walking away. As you approach, you come running at his hands, reclench into fists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not you. I'm good.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay.
He's gonna chump punch you twice.
That would probably suck. But it also might not suck.
He like flinches and braces as you get close, and then as you rush past, he realizes you're not coming straight at him, and now he turns at the werewolf. Like now it's like okay, the cat ran past. What about the dog?
I'm gonna fight the dog.
Right? Okay, so end of your turn.
And then I will go ahead and bonus action dash.
Gotcha. Okay, so
shit.
as you rush
5,
around this
10,
corner, you see
15, 20.
okay.
Did it go
Okay,
up or down?
you see two doors. You see a door to the north and a door to the southwest.
Okay, are either of them open?
Yeah, well, this one
I don't know
be
which one this one is.
open very slightly. It would be cracked.
Okay, well,
And
I'm
beyond
just
that,
gonna
you
assume
see
it went
another
that
door.
way, and just go with my gut.
Okay.
So I went 20, 25, 30.
Throw that door open.
And then I will use my action to dash.
Jesus.
5, 10, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
You catch
5,
you
10,
catch up,
15,
or you rush up to this door. You going to throw it open?
Yeah, 15.
You throw it open, and
Damn, it's empty. 25.
it's not empty. You throw the door
Oh,
open,
God.
step in, and Uktarl immediately attacks you. Takes his
All right.
his held action and is gonna try to cut you to ribbons.
All right,
um,
take your held action then.
So that is gonna
Please
be
don't kill me.
That's gonna be 2 scimitar attacks against you. So, oh my god, that's a critical failure. Let's roll 1d20.
You're so hurt. Why did
No,
you do
it's
this?
okay. You're fine.
I thought it was gonna be a long ass tunnel. I thought it
No,
was gonna be a chase scene.
nope. So he like goes to like you rush in, throw the door open, rush in, and he goes to like blop you, like clothesline you with the scimitar. You like matrix like dodge under the blade, and his
Oh, hell
the
yeah.
blade like clatters off the wall. He almost loses the grip on the scimitar, but he doesn't, so he swings again. And that's a
Oh, old
13.
Oh,
my god!
Okay.
Okay, so he is unable, like this like
Slides
free
the
round on
blade
you.
across his
He is
double-sided
unable
scimitar.
to take you down. I need to add him back to the initiative tracker now that you've caught up with him.
I thought there was like an escape tunnel.
His
I didn't know it was
initiative
like
is
death.
22. That's what it was
Thank God.
previously. So he goes before you still.
Ashes, kill this fucker so I can go help Bones.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have to survive another turn.
Yeah,
Shit.
that, you still have to survive one because you used all of your shit to
I used
run here.
everything to get here. Yeah.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Alexia is going to run the fuck away,
Shit.
continuing away with her brother. And then at this point, Benedict, right, seeing the werewolf,
I really did think it was gonna be a chase scene.
turns and runs to the southeast. Runs through the open door, follows after Avery and the Glory Bluff twins, and runs for it.
Yeah, it took me 90 feet to get here.
Rose, however, has lost her dear
took me more than
friend
that.
Evelyn, and she is hell-bent on making Matashtai pay. So
She should shoot a crossbow bolt at me.
the 7. No, you have a 19.
Suck
Fuck!
nerd!
she puts all of her fury behind it. She would have hit you if you hadn't raised your AC, and she misses, and she's probably dead.
I threw down the spear directly in front of me and just deflected off to the side.
Oh yeah.
She spits at you. She hates you. She hates you so much. Ashes, you're up.
Killed her non-conventional life partner.
Her
Yeah, I'm about
best
to
friend.
kill her too. Best friend?
Yep.
Seeing
Oh, best friend.
That's even
that-
hurt. That's more
Yeah.
hurtful.
They were best friends. Childhood friends.
They shouldn't have become bandits. God damn it!
Hey, look, everyone has a life that they lead, man.
I know.
Sometimes
This is
it
killing-
takes them
this is
down the
killing
banditry
Matt.
route.
Matt doesn't want to hurt this person.
Well, technically, Matt only knows little chunks of this. They're just like shouting out to each other. Actually, Rose probably would like, "I can't! You killed her! No, you killed!" Right? Like she's doing that type of shit.
And now, cause like I'm thinking like I want to knock her out, and let her live. But then I'm like, that's eviler. That's evil. She would have to live with the pain of losing her friend. So is it better to kill her? I don't know.
Ashes, what would you like to do?
Conundrums.
Ashes will take care of this dilemma for you. He will run in, still all four, and then.
Did you succeed on your saving throw? Actually.
Oh, I did not. So it.
No
I did not
cavalry is
thank
coming.
you for catching that.
Because you took 4 damage, so I need you to.
Save. DC 10.
Uh-huh.
God damn it. Okay,
So you
She's
were
probably the
here.
closest person.
He can't see me. He can't see me.
These we've been shooting through these statues and running around these statues the whole
so
time.
here's the thing. No, Jeremy, wait. I have to go around the statue, so technically.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah. Huh?
I said this at the start of the fight when Bones asked, right? He said, "Do I have to walk around the statue?" And I said, "The statues are not big enough to make you walk around their spaces. You can walk through their spaces."
That's poorly designed statues.
So here, let me say this: the statues are basically. Oh, actually, are they? They are more like. Oh no, they're glued into the map basically.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
regardless.
Just send him my way.
They're
It's
like
cool.
these.
Is it cool though?
But
It's cool.
I think you are technically 20 feet from either of them. They both count as the closest person.
All right.
1d2.
Thank God.
Who's 1, who's 2, Jeremy?
Roll a 2. Roll a 2.
Matt's
roll a
1
2.
and
roll
Rose
a 2.
is 2.
Roll a 2.
Goes for Matt.
Man, why couldn't you just
Alright.
be a barbarian?
Goes for. I love it. I'm so happy right now.
Oh no. Whatever, he's got like 19 AC or some shit.
Yeah. So you see
I like how
Ashes
you chose the spot that lets you get to attack.
round the corner, right? Rushes around the corner of the statue, right? And then
That
like-
fucking meets
Oh.
turns and slashes at you instead of Rose. You see the feral nature in his eyes. Roll that damage.
This is totally not a problem the first match.
Nope.
God.
And it probably won't be a
bless.
problem in many more later.
too. Wow,
You
that's
definitely
so
did not
much
get hit
damage
last
too.
night.
So that is
I know.
13.
Like, could you roll anything lower than a 7?
13 damage.
I love how the things I don't want to roll high on, I knock out of the park, and vice versa.
It happens.
Does it happen though?
All right, that is Ash's turn. Ezra, you're up.
Watching our canine friend assault another one of our allies.
This is horseshit.
I think isn't there a level
What
where
did I even take damage from the last round?
Avery shot you with the crossbow
chick
bolt. Did
shot
8
you with the
damage.
Yeah, when you ran past him.
Yeah. Well, no, not that one. The other one. She shot at him from
Gotcha,
across the
gotcha.
room.
Yep.
Okay, so you're finishing off Rose.
Yeah.
The spectral
yeah,
spectral
bugs.
claw descends and takes
I should have just
snuffs
ran.
out Rose's life. She screams in fury, slashes right futilely, tries to slash once or twice more at Matashtai, and then dies.
Don't worry, Jay. At level 15,
Rejoining-
you get advantage on those saving throws.
Rejoining
I know.
her friend.
Only 10 more.
I know. Yep, 10 more
Only
levels.
10 more
Got it,
levels,
No
yep.
problem.
All right, Ezra, are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right, you see no more individuals, but you do hear the sounds of combat continuing to the west. But we
I'm
are
being real loud about it too.
Yeah, we
Like,
are
I
We
would
are
not be loud about it. I'm being loud.
13 minutes over, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end
Finish it
right
up.
here. I think we're
Finish
gonna
it up.
end. Nope, we're gonna end right here because I think I like this cliffhanger because I want to see when we come back next time. I want to see if Bones survives
Survives.
the next round.
Survive.
because that's what it's gonna come down to. So I think at this point, are any of you gonna give chase with the people that fled?
Oh, the people that fled?
Yeah,
No,
the people that
I'm
fled
going
to the
out.
southeast.
I'm going after Big Boy.
Yeah. I figured all of you were gonna go after Big Boy, right? You're gonna chase after Bones and Uktarl. The reason I ask is if no one is gonna chase, I'm gonna remove the other people from the turn track.
That's fine.
That sound good to
Yeah,
you guys?
no plans.
Okay. I will remove them.
Tarogar.
So it's just this. So we kind of have a very clear, concise picture of what's going on. I like it. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, y'all. You met a coterie of vampires, and now you're killing all of them. I thought there was going to be this moment where you guys like picked a side and worked for that side and did things for a while and maybe turned on them eventually, but for the most part like left it as is. But no, it was basically like, okay, well, no one can stay in power. Screw this.
We're the only ones in power.
So that was a whole lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed. We're going to go ahead and close out the night here. I do want to say this. I'm probably going to say this at the end of every session going forward for probably eternity, but all the music I use is either by Tabletop Audio, Kevin MacLeod, or Adrian Von Ziegler. They are great resources to use for D&D stuff. They make great products. I support them. I have purchased many of their products. If you like... What?
I was going to say, you should put a link to Adrian's discography.
I'm going to put a link to all of their stuff in the YouTube stuff, yeah. That's once we get the YouTube stuff up and running, that's definitely going to happen. But as I always say, if you like D&D, if you like this type of stuff, support people that make that type of content, right? Whether your support goes to people like Critical Role or smaller indie developers or things like that, WebDM, whatever, what have you, support the people that you like that make the things that you like. So
support the community.
Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed. Yeah, exactly, right? Hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you all next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Right.